everybody, and welcome back to Crime in Sports.
Yay!
Oh, yay indeed, Jimmy. Yay indeed. My name is James Petrogallo. I'm here with my co-host.
I'm Jimmy Wissman.
Thank you, folks, so much for joining us today on another crazy edition of Crime in Sports. We have a part 2 of this Wayne Simmons today, and man, does it start to unravel. We're going to have a wild ride here for the rest of this one. It's a good time. Can't wait to get into that. Before we do, though, shutupandgivememurder.com is where to go for merchandise, for tickets for live shows. There's tons of live shows for Small Town Murder next year. Enough to kill us both. I'll tell you that right now. So get your tickets for those. There's also One Year Stupid Opinion show in Phoenix. So get your tickets for that as well. Come hang out with us. We're excited to do that. Shutupandgivememurder.com. Also, get yourself Patreon.
Do it.
Do yourself a favor. Patreon.com/crimeinsports. Just like the name of this show. That's where you get anybody $5 a month or above. You get everything that we put out. Including, as soon as you subscribe, hundreds of back bonus episodes you've never heard before. You can binge on new ones every other week. One Crime in Sports, one Small Town Murder. Do they get some of that, Jimmy?
You get all of it.
You get all of it.
Take the whole damn thing.
Take it all. This week we're going to talk about, in honor of the fucking upcoming Super Bowl here, we're going to talk about the history of Super Bowl halftime shows.
Great.
And how they used to be
such shit.
Like a high school marching band and a guy juggling. And now it's like,
now it's a super packed.
Now it's a crazy
star-studded,
crazy star-studded event. And then for Small Town Murder, we're going to talk about Dean Corll and Elmer Wayne Henley. And Dean Corll is basically the guy that we believe that John Wayne Gacy got all his ideas from. So it's a wild story. How the whole thing ended is crazy. It's just a crazy story. We'll get into all that and more.
And the way he spells that name drives me up a fucking wall.
It's a mess. It's a mess. It's
the worst.
So that's patreon.com/crimeinsports. And on top of all of that, you get all the shows we put out, Crime in Sports, Your Stupid Opinions, and Small Town Murder, all ad-free with your subscription as well. And you get a shout-out at the end of the show. Can't beat it. Patreon.com/crimeinsports. That said, let's do this. All right.
Let's go.
Wayne Simmons, part 2. When we left off.
When we left off, there were too many Jacks.
Too many Jacks. Yeah, Jimmy was very confused about Jack Tatum and Jack Lambert. We had a lot of fun about that one. When we left off, Wayne had just signed his contract. A $3 million 4-year contract with the Packers.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're going to say it now. Grace.
As fuck.
This is grace, man. I mean, he's fucked up. He's done some things, but apparently it doesn't matter because he got drafted in the middle of the first round. Nobody cares. This is grace. Now, here we go. September 12th, 1993. This is from the Wausau Daily Herald newspaper. Wausau? Okay. Yeah. Wausau. Now, this place here, they're talking about Wayne. This is amazing. The first line, Wayne Simmons' nickname is, quote, Big Money. That's what we're calling him, Big Money. Yep. Right. He said he's going to be facing Randall Cunningham and the Eagles, and big money, and now he's got a chance to earn it by chasing Randall Cunningham around.
For $3 million, that's big money.
Big money. That's big money. Wayne, big money. Mm-hmm. So... They're talking about how that's going to be a difficult thing. One of the other linebackers says, no matter what you do, you've got to contain Randall. You've always got to consider Randall's scrambling ability.
Randall scramble.
And this was toward the end of Randall's scrambling ability. He was always a decent scrambler, but in the beginning he was insane. Like you couldn't tackle the guy. He was like Gumby. You go to tackle him, he'd like twist into a. I've never seen a tall guy that hard to tackle before.
And that was when he was with the Vikings,
with the Eagles. With the Eagles is when he was like a rubber person. Like it was impossible to tackle. He bounced off of people. And then he was on the Vikings later. He was on the Vikings later when he was more of a pocket quarterback after.
There we go.
Yeah, that was after, But he was the most athletic, insane quarterback ever in the late 80s. Like he could very easily be the most mobile quarterback today. Sure. And nobody, he would have been the most mobile quarterback in the league if you put him in there today, too. So, you got to consider Randall's scrambling ability. One of the coaches says, the linebackers coach said, I would like to get Wayne a lot of work, not just to get him experience, but to get a player of his caliber out there. That's right. He's projected to start at left outside linebacker when training camp opened, and then he had a knee injury and had some arthroscopic surgery.
Oh, no.
And now he's listed behind George Kuntz on the depth chart.
Okay.
They said that, he's progressing, but the veteran has the starting role at the moment. They said you can expect to see Wayne on the field more, though. They said that he's making fine progress. He's very physical over the tight end, and his pass cover skills are getting back to where they're very effective. I think he's going to be an excellent outside linebacker here. He's got great potential.
Big addition to this team.
Big money fluff piece right there. But there's an article after that from the Oshkosh Northwestern that says, clearing obstacles, Simmons knows how to handle adversity. Said he grew up in a fatherless home with a mother who worked 2 jobs for a family that lived paycheck to paycheck. He had to hitchhike more than 20 miles to school every day in Hilton Head.
Both ways above a hill.
He got, no fucking holes in his shoes, 3 feet of snow.
In Hilton Head.
In Hilton Head, which we know that he didn't. We found out how he got to school. It was coaches and people like that were giving him rides. He wasn't hitchhiking.
It was a long way.
It was a long way.
He made it happen.
People volunteered to drive him, though. He wasn't just thumbing it every morning out there, hoping he got to school on time.
Yeah.
And on those nights when he could not get a ride back home with a friend, he would hitchhike the 20 miles again, this time in the dark.
Right.
Obstacles, Wayne Simmons could write a book on the subject.
Yeah.
He says, quote, life is a struggle.
Self-imposed.
Life is a self-imposed struggle. Life is a struggle. Growing up, it's not just one thing. It's life in general.
Yeah, it's punching women.
It's just just hitting them if they make you mad. You know what I mean?
Fucking asshole.
If they make you mad, you just got to hit them, and it makes you feel better. He said Simmons,
he's had it so easy based on how good he is at what he does. And then he just punches people for no reason.
That's what I'm saying. If he wasn't him, if he was a regular guy, a regular-sized guy without football ability, then, his life would have been real hard.
He'd have been in the cycle.
People did a whole lot to keep this guy kind of above the fray and kind of lifted him up and kind of carried him around. So it's a little bit different here. They say that he had a rare taste of the good life in April when he was taken in the first round of the draft. The Packers immediately penciled him in as a starter, blah, blah, blah. He's had his knee problems. And Simmons, though, talking about his teammates here, he says that we all look up to Brian. We're just filling in for the young man. He's good. He's a good man, and hopefully we can do the job he did. Brian who?
Brian Dawkins?
What are you talking about? No. I'm trying to figure out who's. No, he's a linebacker. So why the fuck? Yeah, definitely not him. I think he was in the fucking 9th grade at that point, probably.
Yeah, he's still a baby.
He's still a child, though. So they said for some people, Simmons' reputation has been tarnished. He says his critics never bothered to discuss these situations with him.
Oh, tell us more about when you punched a woman.
Tell us more about when you made fun of a woman for sucking dick and then slapped her with a hat for no reason in front of 30 people. He said there have been a lot of accusations put upon me that I don't think are true. And a lot of people just don't know the real Wayne Simmons. That's the problem. They just don't know the real Wayne.
Yeah.
He said it's hard, it's frustrating, but you fight through it. Now I'm ready to get on with my life. That's it.
Great.
Yeah. The Packers believe he's going to be a star of the future. And he says, I came to Green Bay with the attitude to know that every Monday when my coaches or teammates watch the film, they can always say Wayne Simmons busted his butt. That's the only goal I have.
Great.
Butt busting. That's it.
Yeah. My own. Only mine.
Only my own. You know, we'll see. So 1993, he plays in 14 games, starts 8.
That's good.
Not bad. He has 2 interceptions, 1 sack.
Dang.
Not terrible. Pretty good.
He's doing fine. Yeah,
pretty decent season. Yeah. You can't,
a lot of tackles?
Can't be mad at that. Tackles, 34 total.
That's pretty good.
That's not bad. I mean, he does not playing on every down. No. 1994 Packers are 9-7. That is good enough to get them into a wild card. Though.
Sure.
And they beat the Lions 16-12 in the wild card.
Ooh. That's an ugly game.
That's a lot of field goals going on in that bad boy.
Boring.
Holy shit. Sounds like 1 touchdown was scored.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 1 touchdown and 3 field goals.
That's not good. Then the divisional round against the Cowboys didn't go so well because then the Cowboys went on to lose to the Niners, who beat the living shit out of the Chargers in the Super Bowl. So the Cowboys beat them 35-9. So there's
God,
whooping.
that's a brutal day.
Just put a whooping on them. Not bad.
Yeah.
This is they got Edgar Bennett in here now. Yeah, Mark Chumara, our buddy there.
Hey,
we did an episode on him. Terrell Buckley. They had looks like a rookie Mark Brunell on the team there.
Oh.
Before they left him unprotected and he went to Jacksonville. Yeah, they drafted him and then he went to Jacksonville. Obviously.
On a bunch of other places, right?
Yeah. Obviously, you got your Brett Favres and your Reggie Whites and your Sterling Sharp and guys like that. Oh, Steve McMichael. Mongo was on this team.
Really?
This was his 14th season.
Is that Mongo's name?
Steve McMichael, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Mongo McMichael.
You learn something every day.
Wrestler.
Should have learned a long time ago.
Well, even wrestling, he went by Steve Mongo McMichael. He didn't even...
Okay. Yeah, that sounds more accurate.
Well, yeah, the old Bears star there, so that's interesting. August 25th, 1994. This is from the Island Packet newspaper. Oh, man, this is funny. Simmons special to pack is what it says. Ex-Triple H star, meaning Hilton Head High star. Top linebacker for Green Bay. Now he's the top linebacker.
Now he's the best one they have.
He didn't even start half the games last year. He started half the games. Now he's the best one there is.
That's all they've got. Yeah.
Wayne Simmons, Hilton Head Island's first professional football player. There we go.
Okay.
Enters his second season as a member of the Packers with considerably more responsibility on his shoulders because of a career-ending injury to 8-year veteran Johnny Holland and the loss of free agent Tony Bennett. Remember, that was the guy he didn't know his name, never heard of him. Will step up to be the most productive member of their linebacking corps.
Most productive, huh?
He will be the most productive, which is a pretty bold statement.
We said so. Yeah.
We said so. Simmons himself suffered a hyperextended knee and a bruised kneecap in a preseason game last week and will likely miss the Packers' first 2 regular season contests. He's expected back for the Philadelphia game on the 18th. When he returns, Simmons will be the only Packer linebacker slated to play in every defensive formation the Packers have.
Wow.
All the packages. Fritz Shermer, the defensive coordinator, said Simmons has shown he can be our most complete linebacker. And Wayne says, it's been a wonderful challenge, but it's also been a difficult preseason for me. There's been so much to learn, not only because we have a new coordinator, but new schemes, and because I'm involved in all of them.
Oh.
Yep, so they're saying he's just going to be the guy.
He's going to be exhausted every Sunday.
Oh, yeah. The linebacker coach said, we're counting heavily on Wayne's versatility and speed.
Oh, putting all your chickens in one basket.
In one big Wayne basket.
Eggs, whatever.
Eggs.
Chickens count.
You can carry chickens in a basket, can't you?
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
How the fuck else do you transport chickens? Put them on little leashes? You put them in a basket and you carry them around.
Yeah, they're going to claw the shit out of your forearm.
Now, you could count them, though, because they're just chickens. They're all there. I mean, that's the difference between that and eggs, but still.
Yeah, you can count the shit out of them.
You can go ahead and count them, and that's how many chickens there are. But you can bring them in a basket, no problem. So far this season, he's looked even quicker than he did a year ago. And Wayne says, I don't know if I'm quicker, but I do feel I'm reacting better to what other teams are doing, and that probably makes me look quicker. Which makes sense in a way.
That's quicker.
If your brain is thinking quicker because you're more used to the offense, you look quicker because you get a better jump on things.
Okay.
You're not necessarily quicker.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But you understand things more,
understand
making you react
now.
quicker.
Yeah,
exactly. I think that's what he's trying to say.
But
I think anyway. Or he's an idiot. One of the two.
Yeah.
You pick. It's up to you.
But
Dealer's
your brain
choice.
can either be quick or slow, right? And
yeah.
So
but I think they're talking about his body. Like he looks quicker on the field making moves, and he says, I don't know if I'm physically quicker, but I think
I'm just anticipating things better.
I think the game slowed down a little bit for me, making me look quicker, I think is basically what he's saying.
Right.
He was named All-Rookie by Pro Football Weekly, I guess, as one of these weeks, too. He said, my goal is to be a third down player you can count on. That means on crucial plays, when we must stop our opponents, I can be counted on as one of the guys who will get the job done.
Yeah.
This year, we feel we've got the people to make it all the way to the Super Bowl. And, Shermer says that he has all the tools to be one of the league's best outside linebackers. He said He is already as good as anybody I've ever seen in 32 years playing over the tight end.
That's Chuck?
That is Fritz Shermer saying that.
The DC, yeah.
Yeah.
The best I've ever seen.
You've ever seen. Apparently, they never played the Giants ever in the 80s. Any team he coached never ever saw Lawrence Taylor play.
Yeah, he never played against the Steelers or the Raiders. He's never heard of the Jacks.
Any of those. Never heard of either Jack. He's all jacked off, this guy.
Jacked out.
He's all jacked out. He said now he needs more experience in understanding our defense and knowing his capabilities. So they say, though, here, this is from December 2nd, 94, as the season progresses. Another article, Simmons losing his season. They say he's losing his season to an injury, even though he's been healthy the last 2 months. We'll explain here.
Re-aggravating? Yeah.
They said that the Packers' top draft pick from last year has been mostly a special teams player this year.
Oh, no.
And beginning to strain his relationship with the team. Since returning in early October from a knee injury suffered during the exhibition season, he's been unable to regain his starting spot at left outside linebacker. The reasons have been Bryce Pop's quality play. Pop was a good player for a long time.
Great.
He was a great player. As his replacement, in particular, the defense's mostly strong performance in general. Simmons says, I'm not upset about it. I'm just embarrassed to say that they're keeping me on the sidelines to play special teams. Fritz Shermer, again, defensive coordinator, said, you'd like to have everybody happy and feel as though things are going well for them. It isn't anything he did. He just got unlucky in terms of injury. We just happen to have been playing very well. So they're not going to take somebody out when they're playing well.
Sure.
Essentially.
Sure,
Yeah.
Especially Bryce Pop.
He's doing great. And he said it wasn't anything he did wrong. It's just that the team was going good, and it's been going reasonably good at that position over the long haul, so we haven't made any kind of move. Makes sense? Simmons says, the only thing they told me when I came back was, Wayne, we understand you were a starter, then you got hurt, but we're making a business decision.
Yeah.
I'm a team player, and I'll bust my butt for the guys here, but when I make my decisions, it's going to be a business decision. In other words, I'm getting the fuck out of here when they let me go. But he's making money, so, I mean, that's fine. You still have to pay him starter money. Yeah. He says, though, his frustration is mounting. And though he's contractually tied to the Packers through 96, his amicable relationship with the team might be on its last legs here.
Yeah?
Yeah, he said that he could ask for a trade or try to adjust his contract so it rewards the Packers for playing him more, meaning make it more incentive-laden, based on that. So it's unlikely that the Packers will do either one and probably just, let him sit there and pay him.
All right.
Simmons says, because they said that his only leverage would be to hold out on his contract now, and he says that it's a business decision. I'll just leave it at that. It's a business decision.
Okay, all right.
He says, keeps using their terminology.
Yeah.
So this year, he plays in 12 games, only starts 1, and only has 13 tackles, no picks, no sacks.
Sure.
He's not doing shit for them, basically. Wasted first-round draft pick. But March 10th, 1995, next year coming up here, they're talking about how Packers are going to have some new people next year. Bryce Pop signed with the Bills.
Oh, yeah.
Got a 3-year, $7.6 million contract.
Attaboy.
Then they said, we won't look to free agency or the draft to find a starter. This is the head coach, the GM. He said, Wayne Simmons is the starter, definitely.
We have one, yeah.
So that's it. He's going to be in there. And they're also talking about Andre Rison's going to be meeting with the Packers.
Oh, boy.
And we've done an Andre Rison episode, and he played with the Packers. So,
frozen houses don't burn. That's a good choice.
That's a good choice. Like, you know what? Those icicles will protect my house. He said, when the season's over, if things don't straighten out for me, I'm going to be a businessman. I'm going to have to put the pressure on the Packers.
Yeah.
And they said, well, you don't need to put pressure on us. He said injuries have gotten his way. It's not like he's some flatfoot out there. He's done the things you expect a number 1 pick to do. That's what the general manager said. So I said, he doesn't have to threaten us. We're wanting to start him. So next year, 95, the Packers are 11-5 this year.
Oh, that's good.
Getting better. Yeah, this is when Favre started getting his shit together a little bit here. They beat the Falcons 37-20 in the wild card game. Then they beat the Niners 27-17 in the divisional game, and that was like that was the big step to overcome, was to beat a Niners or a Cowboys. Then they go to the NFC Championship game and lose to the Cowboys, who go on to beat the Steelers in the Super Bowl 38-27. I was pissed about that. I was very pissed about that. I hate the fucking Cowboys. Oh. I can't stand the Cowboys, so I was just mad. And I was so sick of them by then. It was like, okay.
I get
fucking
it. You
get
have
it.
Superstars, right?
Great. Ugh. So tired of watching it.
Yeah, Michael Irvin, Deion Sanders, Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman, and every fucking great lineman ever. It's
enough already. I'm done with you idiots. Just done with it. I'm sick of it.
At least this year, I think we're going to get a new champion that in the playoffs now. I don't think anybody that's like been a mainstay is still in. I mean, except for the Niners, but whatever.
Yeah, but they never win it. So
right. Yeah.
Not in,
they get beat up. So it's
40, 30 years.
And they barely won yesterday.
So here is a Q&A from the Leader Telegram newspaper, and it says, fans ask linebacker Wayne Simmons. Okay. So let's find out how he reacts to the public here.
What do they ask?
Well, Jack Marquardt of Juneau, Wisconsin. I didn't know there was a Juneau in Wisconsin, same as Alaska's Juneau. Did you?
Yeah, why would you?
No idea. They said, what were your feelings when Bryce Paup came in when you got hurt and kept the starting role? So he said, well, we're a defensive unit, and Bryce was one of the main guys. He was playing my backup. Then when I got hurt, we just had to make an adjustment, which we did with the linebacking staff. He came in, and as I thought, he filled in real nice.
Yeah.
When I got better, he was playing the position at a high level. They just kept him in there, and I thought they made the smart decision. Wow. Talk about not what you said when it was going on.
Yeah.
They said, you played for Clemson while Robert Brooks was catching passes for bitter intrastate rival South Carolina. Brooks is a longtime Packer wide receiver. It was Freeman and Brooks forever there. They said, did you have any interesting confrontations with Brooks during your college years? Is it difficult to get along with an ex-Gamecock as a teammate?
Yeah.
I'm an adult. What are you talking about? They're paying us. He said, me and Brooks played on an all-star team in South Carolina against North Carolina. It's called the Shrine Bowl. I knew of him. I knew him pretty good. He was a Gamecock guy. The only kind of confrontation I had with him when he kind of split out wide and I had to cover down on him. He came out and went to chop at me. I kind of jumped out of the way. He said, don't worry, big boy. I'm not going to take your knees out from under you. That's the only kind of confrontation I had with him, and that was mighty nice of him to not chop block me. Yeah. That's good. So they go on to ask him about defensive schemes and all that kind of shit, which I don't think anybody here really cares about. They keep asking him about Bryce Paup. And he's like, yeah, Bryce is great. And, he just was playing well. So what was I supposed to do? But, I don't know. He said, I think we have the key elements right now. We love working with each other. He gives all the politically correct answers. This year he starts all 16 games.
All of them?
All of them. He has 4 sacks, 0 picks, 91 tackles.
That's pretty good.
Not terrible.
His job is to tackle.
That's it. And he's playing linebacker on the left side. His job is to tackle, and he's probably a run stopper is what I'm thinking primarily anyway. So then here's January 12th, 1996. The Oshkosh Northwestern has a headline that says, Wayne's World. Simmons gives teammates plenty to talk about. What do you think? Good things?
I hope so. Probably not.
They say everybody, it seems, is talking about Wayne Simmons these days. Everybody except Simmons. He says, I don't have anything to say. I'm not trying to be a pain. I just don't have anything to say. Go talk to the team leaders. Those are the guys to talk to.
All right, we will.
And they talked to them here. And middle linebacker Fred Strickland said, that was the best game I've seen a linebacker have since I've been here. That was in their playoff win against San Francisco. He said, Sean Jones, defensive end, said, that's what we need. Guys stepping up like that and making plays. Against the Niners, he had a game-high 12 tackles, 1 sack, 2 passes defensed, and a forced fumble. So he had a big fucking day.
Huge game.
The fumble was a huge play in the game, apparently, because he knocked a fumble loose from the fullback, and then the Packer cornerback picked it up and ran in for the first touchdown of the game. So that's a big deal. And Mike Holmgren, the walrus-faced coach,
Yeah.
said
The first Andy Reid.
yeah, Andy Reid's father, we think it's possible. He said he's an emotional leader. He's an emotional leader on our football team, and he showed up Saturday. He made that big hit early that caused that fumble. And they said that he escaped Bryce Pop's shadow finally. That's not what the coach said. That's what the newspaper said here, They said, man, he did so much. He's the greatest player who ever lived.
Really?
At this point. All of his coaches, he just said, I just go out and play. I'm still a nobody. That's how I see it.
There you go.
He's playing the humble card, which is ridiculous. So
humility is beautiful.
Oh, boy. Not too shabby at all. So this year, and then March 11th, 1996, this is after the postseason and everything. Let's see. He's arrested. He's doing so well, he's got to fuck up.
In Wisconsin or back home?
This is for breach of peace and for failing to stop for police.
Oh, boy.
Not wonderful here. Where is this? I'm not sure where this is. They say when police responded to a noise complaint coming from a house occupied by Simmons and another man, Simmons refused to answer the door. Finally, he and his friend emerged from the residence, walked right past the police, and climbed into a vehicle to leave. When one officer approached the driver's side to order them to stop, the other officer stood behind the vehicle to prevent them from backing out. They said, but the subject still disregarded him and continued to go in reverse toward him at an accelerated rate of speed. Both myself and Sergeant Toman got in our vehicle and tried blue lighting the situation or the subjects to no avail.
Yeah. They just ran.
Yeah, they took off. So that is from, by the way, a book called Pros and Cons, which has a bunch of good stuff on that. Now, 1996, the Packers. I'll leave the obvious out of what we just read.
Yeah.
That was not on purpose. That's just happened to be what happened here. But, 1996 Green Bay Packers roster here, 13-3.
Yeah.
This is their big year. They have a bye week. They beat the shit out of the Niners, 35-14. Then they beat the hell out of the Panthers, 30-13 in the NFC Championship game, all the way to the Super Bowl against the New England Patriots.
Here you go.
Drew Bledsoe at the helm, and they win 35-21. That is the pinnacle of the Packers there. Yeah, big deal there. Oh, I forgot they had Don Beebe on that team. They got him from the Bills. He finally got to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Good for you.
Is he maybe the only one from that team?
Seems like it. All the rest of them stuck around. Didn't Andre Reed go somewhere else at the end of his career?
Falcons?
Did he stick around? No, I don't remember. I think he might have stayed till the end. Andre Rison got a ring here too.
Oh, really?
I mean, coming from the Falcons and Browns, you think you're never going to get a ring, so that's pretty good. August 16th, 1996, preseason, and he's hurt again.
Yeah. Injuries,
apparently. He re-injured his knee. He's all fucked up. He doesn't do well in the preseason in terms of injuries here. They also say that Vikings Lee, this is from September 27th, 1996, Vikings Lee takes exception to Simmons' body slam tackle.
Oh.
Remember Amp Lee? Remember that guy? Running
I
back?
Remember that name. Yeah.
Yeah, Amp is a hard name to forget. Yeah. He's the running back for the Vikings here. Yeah. And he's complaining that he basically picked him up and slammed him on the fucking ground. Oh. And Lee said, I'm sending the film into the league.
Yeah.
And Simmons said, if he's going to whine about that, tell him to grow up and get a life. Grow up. That's hilarious. Mike Holmgren said, I know how it looked, but if you study the film, Wayne tackled, and it was he was kind of spinning him around, and Amp had a hold of his arm. Amp was holding on to Wayne's arm, and it didn't look good, but it really wasn't as bad as it appeared, really. That's all. He said, Eugene Robinson, the safety, said he was just serving notice. That's what linebackers do. And when he threw him down, I don't think it was questionably late. I think it was a very good aggressive play. Throw him down, boom, and then you've served notice. Hey, man, it's going to be a long day if you run this way. Okay, he said about Wayne, he's real tenacious. He'll bite you right in the eye. I've never heard that phrase before.
I think it's ass.
Bite your ass, even if he bit your nose. I never heard of anyone biting someone's eye. How would you get in there?
I think as he started to say the saying, he realized that bite you right in the ass is not a thing to say.
then he doubles down. He said, will bite you. He'll bite you right in the eye. He'll bite you right in the eye. He repeated it.
He meant it.
I honestly think humans are made with recessed eyes so people can't bite them out. I think that's part of it. Animals, people, it's harder to bite them out.
The other fun part about football is that you're wearing a fucking helmet. You can't bite somebody's eye.
Very difficult. Jesus Christ. So apparently he's got a lot going on here, Wayne. Mm-hmm. He gives Packers hard hits and punchlines, this headline says. Okay, yeah. He's got jokes, Jimmy.
Oh, he's got the jokes.
He's got jokes. No, it's not.
All right.
He has jokes, and now he is a punchline to us. But
the bag's not on him. No. It is for us.
That's right. Fritz Shermer said, he continually mocks and mimics me. He continually yells that I'm getting the signals in too late to him, even in practice. He continually says that we're working him too hard. He continually says that I'm putting him in a bad place to make plays. All of those things he continually says. And my response to him is, just shut up and play, Wayne.
Do your job.
Quit your bitching.
Yeah.
They said this certainly must signal a strange relationship, yet another example of how respect and obedience have deteriorated, right? Actually, no. Shermer cannot resist a smile when he talks about the former Clemson Tiger. He appreciates the relaxing effect that his ragtime linebacker has on the team. Ragtime? Is he playing trumpet or something? What are we talking about?
What is that?
What a weird thing to say. They said, even Lombardi, the Lord of Discipline, understood that every locker room needs a fearless jester. Max McGee played that role for the Packers. Max McGee was a crazy person.
Yeah?
He was the guy who was shit-faced during Super Bowl I and still won the MVP. He caught a bunch of fucking passes, and he had like the best day of his life, and he was hammered, didn't get back to the hotel till like 8 a.m, drank all night, barely slept, still drunk, and he had a great game. He's like the David Wells of football.
Evidently, that's what Beast Mode. Fucking Marshawn Lynch says he drank whiskey before every single game. And on the sidelines, too.
That was his way of like girding his loins, was that?
I guess. He said it just made him tougher. I don't know.
This guy thought he wasn't going to play much in the game. He thought he was a backup. So he just got.
I'm having a good day.
He did. So he got shit faced, didn't come home till 8 o'clock, and then was at the park at 11 o'clock in the morning or whatever, and he just was hammered still. Didn't think he was playing, and they kept throwing him the fucking ball. He's like, stop!
God damn it.
Stop throwing me the ball. So that's what happened. He was a crazy guy. He went to Air Force, I believe, because he was on the Air Force's not their football team that. He was on like their inter-squad football team. They had a whole other. Hunter Thompson talked about it. Anyway, they said when Lombardi began his back-to-basics training camp by holding up a pigskin and intoning solemnly, "Gentlemen, this is a football." It was McGee who raised his hand and said, "Coach, could you slow down a little? You're going a little too fast for me." He's that guy.
You slow down a little bit.
Can you just take it down a notch? Wayne Simmons is the Max McGee of the modern-day Packers, and his teammates consider his humor as crucial to their success as the soaring spiritual exhortations of defensive end Reggie White. So Reggie White's preaching, and he's making jokes. That's good. I couldn't stand that preaching. I don't give a fuck if you're Reggie White or anything. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Keep Jesus in your fucking locker. Leave me out of it. Want to hear that shit.
Put him in your pocket. I don't care.
Just
play well.
You're huge.
Play the
I don't care what
game.
you do with him.
Yeah.
Shove him up your ass for all I care. Don't tell me about it.
Bite him in the eye.
Yeah, bite his eyes out. Fellow linebacker Bernardo Harris said, Wayne keeps the whole team loose. He tells stories. He imitates people. I think he could be a stand-up comedian. Oh, yeah. The funniest guy on the job site's always a real funny guy. That's funny. They've actually done studies on that, like comedic studies. Yeah. And the job site, like the workplace funny guy, quote unquote, big giant air quotes, who will like say the dumb comment quick. Those guys are not funny at all. Like if you sit them down with a piece of paper, they cannot be. They're not funny. Yeah. Like literally, they're like, that's the least funny guy. So scientifically, it's been proven that asshole who always has that stupid fucking dumb shit, bad joke comment.
The hardly working guy?
Not funny. Not funny. He is not funny. Scientifically. They did a huge study.
Who financed that?
It was actually a university did a big study on it. Multiple.
One of them was some university was fed up thinking about guy at the water cooler maybe being funny.
Yeah, like, you know what?
Fuck that guy.
Al is an asshole. I'm tired of his dumb jokes. Fuck him.
Objectively not funny.
Here's my hypothesis. Al is not funny. Let's see if we can scientifically prove this.
Prove me wrong.
There's a book called Ha, where they talk about all these different tests they did, and
wow.
It's about the psychology and science of what actually makes people laugh, and it's very interesting shit. So they said that he said that Wayne just starts telling a story, and we're all on the floor laughing. He has a nickname for everyone. He calls Reggie White the chosen one and constantly rags on him for his weight and raspy voice and the gospel music he insists on playing in the boombox before games. Holy shit, I would have killed Reggie White.
Gospel music while we're getting ready to play a game.
Let's have an intense spiritual. That'll make me want to fucking take people's heads off. What are we doing?
The invention of Bluetooth and headsets has saved a lot of lives, I think.
What is it, 95? Play some fucking Wu-Tang. Let's get jacked up. What are we doing here?
There's so much better
Protect
shit
your neck, bitches. What's up? Something. I don't know, anything. There's so much better shit. Yeah. Play Rage Against the Machine. You got that. That'll
in
jack
95,
you up.
so much was available.
So much. Everything was angry. It's fucking, you could have done anything. So he calls Fritz Shermer the Rattler because he's white-haired, and he says that he has a tooth that protrudes, so it's like a snake tooth. The defensive line coach, Larry Brooks, they said when he tries to assert himself, Simmons makes fun of him and suddenly acts like a nerd pretending to be hip. All right, guys, come on. His teammates gather in what they call Wayne's Corner, the far left corner of the locker room, and listen to him tell stories, an art he learned from his uncle, Herman Young, a carpenter back home in the Low Bottom area of South Carolina near Hilton Head. It's not so much the tale itself, it's the rhythmic, deliciously vivid way in which he tells it. Eugene Robinson said he'll start a story slowly and keep it going for 20 minutes. He said also there's always a little lesson in Wayne Simmons' stories. He said you might pound on him for a while, but soon he'll be pounding back, usually with humor. All righty. So I don't know either. So they said this game means fun, Fritz Shermer says, and I think I've never seen a football player compete better or practice better or come to meetings better with a frown on his face than with a smile on his face. Wayne brings us that smile.
All right.
Great. Also, here's another article. Packer parent shatters son's tough guy image. Let's soften Wayne up. He's just a great
Mom's
guy.
Mom's going to say some nice shit?
Oh, yeah. She said, here's one description hardly ever heard. This is, quote, Wayne is not as hard as you think he is. He's a mama's boy. Anything that goes wrong, he can't handle it. He'll try to handle it, but if he can't, he'll come to mom. Mm-hmm. That's what mom says, I believe. He's a mama's boy. That's what Dorothy says.
Great.
She's Wayne's mom, and she said about the Super Bowl, I think Wayne's excited, but he's holding it inside. He's not going to let anyone see how excited he is until he gets that Super Bowl ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. She said that, she knows her son, and he's going to do great. She said he's the same as he always was, just a bigger, older version.
Okay.
She said they never talk about football. She said if I ask him a question about the game or one of the players, he'll answer me. But just to sit down and talk about it, he won't do that. I guess he figures it's his job. He doesn't want to talk about it. Okay. Yeah, and she says he's very appreciative of everything that she's done for him. She says, my son shows me that in so many ways. He's always doing something for me. One thing he did was buy her a restaurant called Dot's Diner. She's Dorothy.
Gave her a job?
Gave her a restaurant. Outside of Hardyville on South Carolina 46, just before the turnoff to Savannah. He also remodeled her home. She said, I'm so proud of Wayne to the point where I can't speak anymore. He has become a man in his own right. I'm just glad I had a part in it. That's actually cool because rather than giving somebody some money, you give them a business and they can make their own money. She knows how to do it. So let her make her money. I think that's great.
But making your mom work kind of sucks.
Yeah, but I think that's great, though, because he doesn't know if he's going to be able to support her for the rest of his life.
$3 million
This
isn't
better.
enough to live forever. No.
That's what I mean. So if you buy her a business, then she can keep making money. I think that's great. So 16 games started that year, 1 interception, 2.5 sacks, 66 tackles. So his numbers are down, 2 forced fumbles. And Super Bowl, they went to the Super Bowl. He had started all 3 games, only had 1 sack, 15 tackles, and 12 of those came in the San Francisco game.
Wow.
That's in the whole playoffs. So he didn't really do much outside of that. March 2nd, 1997, he's still celebrating the Super Bowl. It's still fresh. He's celebrating so much that he drinks a little bit too much and gets arrested. So
in Wisconsin? How much you got to drink?
Good job, asshole. No, this is in Tampa, I believe.
Oh, Jesus.
He's arrested and charged with driving under the influence, obviously, of alcohol. He's an unrestricted free agent, so this is not really great.
Not good.
Coming off a Super Bowl win, having a huge game in the playoffs, driving his price up, and now he's being an idiot. So he is charged here. He stopped at 3:30 a.m. Again.
Oh, yep.
You know, unless you're on the way to an early shift at the bakery, nothing good going to come from that. They said his breath alcohol test showed he was at 0.17%, which is more than double the legal limit.
That's good and strong, yeah.
Oh, it was still 0.10 back then in South Carolina, so not quite the double the legal limit. It's 0.8 now. So he is, that's a DUI, so he's charged there, and he asks for a jury trial.
Yeah.
He wants a trial, damn it. Now, apparently he was stopped after a trooper observed his vehicle change lanes on Pope Avenue without signaling. Although he had only stopped the vehicle to give the driver a warning, he only stopped to say signal, but then he smelled booze. And he failed a field sobriety test and was taken to the sheriff's office and given a blood alcohol, and now it's 0.17, and now he's going to jail. So he posted a $376 bond, which wasn't much for him.
We really treated DUI like no big deal.
It's South Carolina, too. I mean, people, it's very common for those rednecks to drive with beers between their legs. That's
especially down there. Yeah. Like the low bottom, I can't imagine it's.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, how often did, I don't know if they still have them, but New Orleans had drive-through margarita stands. You can't have that. That's insane. Literally open container. Texas, I think you're allowed to have an open container in Texas, right? Pretty sure.
No way.
Pretty sure you're allowed to have open container in Texas. Absolutely.
In the truck?
Absolutely. I don't know if you're allowed to drink, but your passenger can drink. I'm pretty sure. 99% sure.
So,
and I think you were allowed to drink as long as you weren't drunk up until a certain year.
Up until a certain amount?
Like 2012 probably or something. Who knows? But
that's crazy.
Wayne goes to trial here, goes to the jury, and they find him guilty after 96 minutes of deliberations.
Got him.
He's guilty. He has a suspended driver's license now, and so 6 months of driver's license suspension, and fined $200 plus court costs of $176.
Okay.
So the assistant general counsel said it was unfortunate for Wayne Simmons, but the state has a responsibility to protect its drivers.
True. Yeah.
There we go. So they had evidence and all that kind of thing. They said who Wayne Simmons is had nothing to do with it, meaning the fact that he had to be taken to trial. Which no, he had a .17. That's what happens. Apparently, they find out some more info here. Before he was stopped by the trooper, he had been at a local bar. He left the bar about 2:15 to return home. Then he drove his Range Rover to a bar and grill to grab a bite to eat. Then he was stopped by the cops. So this is an hour and a half after he stopped drinking and while he just ate a whole bunch. And he's still at a .17.
Still hammered. Yeah.
And that was after they took him to the station, so that wasn't even on the road. So that's
are
put
we
him
sure
in.
He didn't drink at the fucking bar and grill? Probably did, right?
I don't know. That's
doesn't
I don't
matter.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't know if they even sold alcohol, but that seems like you were fucked up when you left that bar.
You're lucky they got you now.
Yeah, he told the jury, "I would never get into an automobile and drive drunk. I have too much to lose and too much at stake." Okay, but you did that day.
You did
what are you talking about?
Yeah, you did it.
This is fucking stupid here. They showed a video of Simmons undergoing various field sobriety tests, and they said that after the test, he believed Simmons was drunk. He said the best evidence in a DUI case is personal observation. We know it when we see it. Mitchell saw it. Talking about the cop.
Yeah.
And also, they said that the jurors, the defense lawyers told the jurors that the video, the video was conclusive proof that he wasn't drunk, is what the defense said. Look at him. They said
They're following that shit.
They said he was tested along an uneven grade in a parking lot where Mitchell pulled him over. You're a professional athlete. You're an NFL linebacker. You're not a 76-year-old lady with a bad hip going, hey, God, can we get on flat ground and let me take my shoes off? You're a professional athlete.
Yeah, but if we're a cop, let's fucking slam dunk this and not give him an opportunity to say the ground was uneven.
True, but I think a professional athlete should be able to walk straight on slightly uneven ground, and we're probably okay.
Probably be able to do backflips on it.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
So the defense attorney showed the jurors 18 different photographs they say proved that Simmons was the line that he was made to walk during the tests was uneven. They said he walked the line better than I could, the lawyer said. A drunk man couldn't do that. He had a .17 in his fucking blood. That's all. Just keep showing that.
Yeah,
what difference does it make?
Drunk. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care what he did. He's drunk, period. Yeah. May 3rd, 1997, Packers and Simmons are talking again.
Oh?
Yeah, they said at first, as 2 weeks ago, the general manager had said that the door was closed to re-signing Simmons, but now he says, maybe.
Yeah.
He says he's expressed a desire to play here, so we're keeping it open if we can do it economically. They said that it's believed that Simmons is asking for about $2 million a year. So we'll see how that goes. They said the Packers are in no position to offer him that, though, economically.
Oh.
So that's not going to happen. They said Simmons' value on the free agent market has been affected by his arrest for driving under the influence and a much-publicized run-in with coaches during a visit to the Houston Oilers. I guess he didn't get along with the Houston Oilers staff. Simmons was found guilty of the drunk driving offense. So the linebackers, though, or the Packers, the linebackers, I almost said, linebacker and Packers signed this linebacker to a 1-year contract. May 22nd, 97. So not what he wants. He wants to play real well and then go somewhere else and get a big contract.
That's the goal, yeah.
Try not to get arrested. Fritz Shermer said he's an extremely physical player. He brings a level of play that we need. He's a special player. So they believe the contract is between 1.2 and 1.3 million plus incentives. So 1997 Packers, they are going to go 13-3 again. Beat the Bucks in the divisional round of the playoffs, NFC Championship game. They beat the 49ers again, and then go on to lose the Super Bowl to John Elway finally getting a ring.
John Elway's
there.
Helicopter.
That was it. That was the big one there. Finally got it, and when he was past his prime, but still John Elway.
And Steve Atwater fucking really laying it down that game. He
was
nobody
great.
talks about Steve that Atwater enough. He knocked out 2 fucking players in one.
He was great.
In one hit. He was a monster that game.
And he says he's glad to be back, Wayne is, on the Packers. He said, there's 30 teams out there. I didn't want everyone to like me. I just needed one team to like me. Here, he said that he said they didn't, he only really talked to Mike Holmgren. He said everything's fine between him and Holmgren, who he accused of having a personal vendetta against him. He said, but now he's not bitter. He said, that's all negotiations and contracts. I don't hold any grudges, and I don't think they hold any grudges. We fought. We came to terms. That's all it's said. That's all said and done. So he's back with the Packers. One linebacker said, I saw Wayne huffing and puffing a little, but it's good to have him back. It really is. And again, there's some misinformation floating around, Mike Holmgren says, regarding Wayne Simmons and me. I'm glad he's back. He's a very valuable part of the team.
Sure.
He said, I think Wayne's probably the meanest player in the league. Besides that guy, Steve Wisniewski, who's I believe that's an offensive lineman for the Raiders, if I'm not sure, if I remember correctly.
I think he went to the Titans after?
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Leroy Butler, the safety, said, I mean, Wayne's probably the nastiest player I've ever been around. We would have missed that because I'm not like that, and Reggie's not like that, and Santana Dotson's not like that.
Oh, wow.
No.
It's the first Santana, huh?
Yeah, Reggie tries to convert you after he knocks you down.
Yeah.
He'll just lay his 310 pounds on you and start
Yeah.
telling you about Jesus until you fucking
You can't go anywhere.
until you lose it. Yeah, that's the way. That's how he says. That's how I do it. He'd be a great missionary for that. He just tackle people and lay on top of them and go, "Let me tell you about Jesus now."
Here's the good news.
Simmons only got one other offer, and that was from Cincinnati for $1.6 million. A little more money, but you have to play in Cincinnati, which nobody wants to play.
Cincinnati, yeah.
Nobody wanted to play at that field for that team, for that shit owner in that egg-smelling city. Nobody. They're the cheapest team in the league by far.
Yeah.
So no good. Now, July 25th, 1997, he's got some problems. The Packers might have wished they didn't have him at this point. Let's see. A grand jury will decide whether Green Bay Packers linebacker Wayne Simmons will be charged with sexually assaulting an 18-year-old on her high school graduation night.
What?
Wayne.
How old is he?
Wayne, he is 27.
26? 27 years old.
He shouldn't be anywhere near an 18-year-old. On graduation night.
Oh, my God.
A woman told police that on May 31st, she was assaulted by Simmons at about, what time you think, Jimmy?
3 a.m.
3 a.m. exactly. Go home, everybody. Go home.
Why is she out at 3 a.m.? That's one question.
It's graduation night.
I'm not blaming her.
No.
It's
graduation night. She should be partying.
Yeah, but she's too young to drink.
Party. Yeah, I don't know if he's there. They gotta have booze. This was in the stairwell inside the zoo, an 18 and older nightclub.
There you go. Why is he at an 18 and older nightclub?
To fuck 18-year-old girls, I think.
That's why.
I think that's the answer. Yeah,
that's the only reason you go there.
They're more naive.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go to a regular nightclub, some of those chicks are like divorced and shit. You get an 18-year-old. She was in high school 3 days ago. Think about that.
Yesterday. This is her graduation night.
Jesus. So the grand jury will meet. They said the case will be presented to the grand jury for a review of all the aspects of the case.
Yeah.
And, they said there wouldn't give any more details at this point. They said the grand jury will decide if criminal charges should be filed. Simmons he had attended the graduation.
Why?
At Hilton Head High.
Oh.
These people who, I don't care if it's your alma mater, it's high school. When the last time I went to my high school was when I didn't graduate my high school. That's when I did. The last time I left
high school.
That's it. Never went back again because I don't go there.
Because why would I want to be there?
There's
There's no reason for me to be there.
Either that, and then I started going back to when I was taking my children there. That's it. That's when I started going back. Not my high school, but another high school.
Right. Yeah,
it's the only high school
went
time.
to a high school. Well, he went to the high school graduation because he graduated from there, and then he went to the party
9 years ago.
The after party from.
So weird.
What is this?
They said he had attended the graduation from 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. And they said, he was there to retire his football jersey. They were retiring his jersey.
This is a big night. You retire your jersey and fuck an 18-year-old.
Yeah. The police said that they have no indication that Simmons knew this young lady before they allegedly met at the nightclub. So they don't even think they met there. But let's find out from the pros and cons book here, a little more details.
What do they say?
Here we go. May 30th, 1997, Hilton Head, South Carolina. Quote, it was 7 p.m. when graduation ceremonies got underway at Hilton Head High School. 27-year-old Wayne Simmons, a 1988 graduate of Hilton Head, had been invited back to his alma mater to deliver a commencement address and have his football jersey retired. Few high school graduations have a reigning Super Bowl champion deliver a message to the grads. That's true. And he's the first player to play, too. The first guy from there.
High school commencement speech. That's
Jesus.
What he's doing.
Wow. Following a post-graduation run-in with Simmons, graduating senior, they don't have her name because whatever. Jane Doe was hardly feeling privileged to be among the few who did. When the ceremonies ended, she and her friend, doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Janie Doe, number 4, joined a small group of graduates who drove to nearby Savannah, Georgia to celebrate. Yeah. After arriving in Savannah, the two young ladies split off from the rest of the group, which went to get something to eat. Instead, Jane Doe, number 1, met up with another girlfriend, Jane Doe, number 3, who lived in Savannah, and they ended up linking up with this Jane Doe number 3's boyfriend, John Doe number 1.
Yeah.
The four of them, Jane's 1 through 3 and John 1, the four of them went to the zoo, an 18 and over club. The boyfriend, or I'm sorry, Jane Doe number 2, I believe, knew the bouncer who ushered the four of them in for free and, gave him a stamp and said zoo and all that kind of shit. Once inside, Johnson and her boyfriend, they're calling her, that's the name they're giving the
Jane Doe?
Jane Doe 2, her friend. So Jane Doe 2, once inside, Jane Doe 2 and her boyfriend went off on their own. The bouncer, a cousin to the club's owner, George Murphy, proudly invited Jane Doe 1 and Jane Doe 2 down to a private lounge below the dance floor to meet the owner and a famous NFL player who was hanging out there.
God.
Now, Jane Doe 1, not a football fan, didn't know that Wayne Simmons was the guy the bouncer was referring to. You'd think you'd put, but I guess you're in Savannah, not Hilton Head, so you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
So she had. They said besides, she hardly expected to find Simmons, who had just spoken at her graduation, hanging out in a club for 18 and 19-year-olds.
Right.
However, according to the statement that Jane Doe 1 would later give to police, she recognized Simmons once she was introduced to him. He said, "Oh yeah," or she said, "Oh yeah, you were at my graduation," and he said, "Where?" How many graduations you been to tonight, Wayne?
Why are you going? Yeah.
What fucking one do you think? The one you just left, you fucking ogre, you dumb shit fucking moron.
I heard you were at my graduation. Oh, you went to that high school too? That's the question.
Oh, you're Hilton Head. Congrats.
Yeah.
No. She said, where? He said, she said, on Hilton Head. And he said, oh, yeah. Like, oh, I remember that.
Oh yeah.
That thing I did all this evening. Yeah. And she said, like, they retired your jersey, right? And he said, yeah, they did. Well, congratulations on your graduation. She said, thanks. Okay. Apparently, after addressing the grads when he did his commencement speech, Simmons, whose driver's license was revoked, obviously, because of his drunk driving conviction, asked his friend Elliot Mitchell to drive him to Savannah. I'm surprised he's listening to that. Most of these guys just keep driving. Yeah. A divorced father of 4, Mitchell was not interested in hanging out with the young crowd at the zoo. Yeah. A friend since Simmons' childhood, however, Mitchell went along with Simmons' wishes and ultimately agreed to drive him to Savannah. In tight with the zoo's owner, George Murphy, Simmons got himself and Mitchell in without paying the cover charge. Mitchell later told authorities that he and Simmons were ushered to a private downstairs lounge to join Murphy. According to Mitchell, Murphy repeatedly paraded women over to Simmons, lifted up some of the women's skirts, and grabbed their butts.
Yikes.
Mitchell told the authorities, I didn't know what the hell was going on. So that's what was going on. Mitchell told the authorities also that he recalled 2 young girls, Jane Doe's 1 and 2, coming over to meet Simmons. Minutes after the bouncer introduced the girls to Murphy and Simmons, the bouncer brought Jane Doe's 1 and 2 back upstairs to the dance floor. He then asked the girls if they were interested in accompanying him to another nearby dance club called The Rave. In her police statement, Jane Doe 1 said that while en route to the rave, she and Scott discovered that Simmons, Murphy, and Mitchell were in a car following the bouncer's vehicle. So, according to Jane Doe 1, she and Jane Doe 2 did not like the crowd and music at the rave and asked to be taken back to the zoo. When they attempted to get in the bouncer's vehicle, however, Jane Doe 1 said they were told the car was full and that they'd have to ride back in Mitchell's car, which is where Wayne is. That's Wayne's friend. Jane Doe 1 and 2 told the authorities that they protested, having only just met the men an hour earlier. Nonetheless, they ultimately climbed into the back seat together and rode without incident back to the zoo. Okay, gained some trust now. When Murphy dropped them off at the zoo parking lot, the club was closed. The bouncer and Benson insisted the girls come inside and play pool before heading back to Hilton Head. According to Jane Doe 2, she and Jane Doe 1 sat on opposite ends of the room watching Johnson and her boyfriend shoot pool. Jane Doe 2 also indicated that Simmons and some other guys were in the room as well. At one point, Jane Doe 2 saw Wayne Simmons approach Jane Doe 1 and engage in conversation. Then went back to the bathroom, Jane Doe 2 then went to the bathroom. When she returned, both Simmons and Jane Doe 1 were gone. Jane Doe 1 told police that while she waited in the lounge for Scott to come out of the bathroom, Simmons took her in a stairwell and raped her. Didn't grope her, didn't feel her up, didn't slap
the whole
her,
thing.
slap her leg with his dick. He raped her. That's what she's saying. The following account is based on Jensen's formal statements to police and her subsequent statement to prosecutors.
Jane Doe.
Jane Doe. That's her fake name they gave her in the book.
Okay.
It's not a
All
real
right,
name.
good.
Anyway.
All right, good.
The book, Pros and Cons, gave her a fake name. Jane
All
Doe.
right, good.
Jensen's Jane Doe. It's not a real name. Okay. So they said, and I quote here, Simmons approached Jane Doe 1 and persuaded her to walk with him toward a stairwell off to the side of the room. George asked Wayne if he needed the key. Jane Doe 1 told authorities, and Wayne said, yes, I need the keys. He started dragging me. I kept telling them, Simmons and George, I have to go talk to Emily and tell her where I'm at. I was trying anything to get out of it, and I told them, I said, I have to talk to Emily. I can't leave without telling Emily where I'm going first. So Jane Doe 1 described the stairwell that Simmons brought her into as poorly lit and littered with cardboard boxes and debris. You know, a back thing of a club.
Yeah.
The walls were covered in spray-painted graffiti, and vomit was visible on the floor in places. Oh, that's
incredibly romantic.
Romantic as shit. That is amazing. I'm telling you.
That's a rape room.
You put some candles up, and this is where you take your wife for your anniversary. This is lovely. This is fucking horrifying.
Yeah,
this
is like a torture closet. Yeah, it's no good.
This is like an Eastern European fucking weird side room or something. It's gross. So they said that police photographs taken of the stairwell confirmed the description. She said, he started kissing on me, and I told him to stop, and I was trying my best to push him away, and he kind of had me. He had his arms wrapped around where I couldn't move my arms, and I told him to stop. I didn't want to do this. This is wrong. You can't do this. He said, why? Why can't you do this?
Well, because I'm a child.
Well, she's 18. She's
18,
legally.
yeah, but
if she wants to do it, she can do it.
Yeah, sure.
She just doesn't want to do it, so that's why you can't do it.
This is awful.
Yeah, all other factors out the window. She didn't want to. That's why.
Right.
She said she wants to talk to Emily. Let her go talk to Emily. So she told him, she said that she was raised in a church family and that she was still a virgin. And although she had boyfriends, she never had sex with any of them. Simmons said, well, I'm not every other guy you've ever had. She said he just kept on, so I started squirming away from him on the floor, with the vomit. She said that Wayne had her positioned on the third step of the cement staircase. What is this, the fucking Dr. Melfi Sopranos rape? This is horrifying. This is horrifying. She said he was kind of laying his upper part of his body on my shoulders, and my back was going to the stairs, and he pulled my underwear off and unzipped his pants.
Oh, God.
She said, I guess he pulled his penis out, and he was still kissing on me, and I was telling him to stop. She said that she described what happened next. Quote, I was telling him how important it was. I've always been raised to, I couldn't. I was saving it for marriage. I didn't want to. Okay, here's an excerpt from a transcript of the detective's interview with Jane Doe 1 here. How do you know he pulled his penis out with his hand? She said, I saw him unzip his pants and pull it out, and then he laid right back on top of me. Okay, what happened after he got his penis out? She said he laid back on top of me, started kissing on me, telling me how important his career was and that I couldn't tell anyone. Oh, my God.
He just gave her the playbook of how to ruin him.
Oh, Jesus
Christ. While he's assaulting her.
But he's saying that as he's going to do this. I'm going to do some horrific fucking medieval, nasty, repugnant shit right now.
Don't ruin it.
Don't tell anyone. They said, and he was touching you at this time? And she said, uh-huh. And they said, where? She said, he had lifted his bird finger or maybe his index finger. What's your bird finger?
Middle finger.
Okay. Oh, bird, giving the bird. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Or maybe it was his index finger. Why did I say middle finger? I've never heard that before, that term before.
Finger.
Bird finger? Yeah. No, it's not. That's a terrible term for that.
It's the birdie, James.
No, that's asinine. Okay, I won't hold her responsible for it.
Yeah.
You suck. She's a rape victim. It's fine. Or maybe it was his index finger, and he lifted and rubbed me on my vagina, and I squirmed away from him because it hurt, because he was pressing down into me. I told him to stop. I think he tried to penetrate me there, and he noticed that he couldn't, and that's why he wanted to move up the steps. They said, how do you know he tried to penetrate you there? He said, she said, I felt it on the side of my leg. He was pushing my leg out, and I felt what I assume would be the head of his penis pressing into me. Mm-hmm. In her subsequent interview with prosecutors, she detailed the difficulty he was having trying to have intercourse with her. She said, quote, he'd start licking his fingers, and I remember from then on just feeling something. It was like he was pushing down on me, then he was trying to get inside of me, my vagina, and I was trying my best to squirm, but when you have 300 pounds on top of you, I guess he realized that the position he had me in wasn't working for him. He asked me to move, so I said, let me up and I'll move.
Oh, boy.
She said that when he let her up, she grabbed her underwear and tried to dart for the door. She recalled him saying, unt. U-N-T, U-N-T. Yeah. I already pulled those off for a reason, is what he said. I said, no, I'm going back downstairs to find Emily. And he said, no, you're not. And he grabbed me and walked me back up the stairs and laid me down. That's when he moved the brick. I guess it was in his way. He laid me down on the cement. He laid on top of me and went back inside. I guess he ejaculated before. Quote, when we were on the steps, because it was all over the back of my dress. Because I remember when I stood up and put my underwear back on, it felt wet. When she recalled this part of the incident to the detective, he asked for clarification. He said, was his penis still out? She said, yes. And they said, and she said, at that time it was. They said, was he still erect? And she said, uh-huh. They said, okay, have you felt the wet spot on your dress yet? And she said, yeah, I felt it the minute I stood up when he turned me around and I stood up and tried to walk off. They said, okay, what happened after that? She said, he laid me down. That's when I started telling him stop. And he said, no, I only need a few more minutes. Ugh. So then she said, and then he pulled my dress up. He pulled my underwear down to my ankles. And he kind of, I guess, like bent my legs up and spread them out. They said, and that's when I guess he penetrated me, started moving a lot. When it was over, she said he got up, zipped his pants, and told me his phone number.
Oh, boy.
And said he would call me and we'll talk about it. What the fuck are you talking about? Near the end of he's a menace. Near the end of her interview with the detectives, she was asked if Simmons hit her or slapped her. She said, he not so much threatened me, but just pretty much kept saying, my status against your status, you're nothing. They said, were there other sexual acts? Did you have to touch his private part? She said, he tried to put it in my face one time, and I told him no. When he had my shoulders, he was right there in my face, and I moved my head away. I don't know if he was making that's what he wanted me to do or not. So her friends drove her to the hospital after the incident. She went right to the hospital.
Wow, good for her.
She was examined. That's how you can tell, too, that she's not used to this. You know what I mean? A lot, too. Yeah. And she said, oh, my God. And she freaked out. This is a lot like she probably hasn't been abused her whole life. You know what I mean? She's probably had a nice life. She was examined by the doctor who said she recounted the incident again. She then told him that she was a virgin at the time of the attack. The doctor found redness in the vaginal area and that she had a tear at the 6 o'clock position in the vaginal opening. A diagram was drawn describing the exact location of the injury and then placed in the case file. Bruising was also detected in the mid-back area and on her neck, injuries which were photographed by the police, the stairs. Yep. According to a report filled out at the hospital, the doctor advised that these injuries are consistent with the story as well, so that all lines up. Following the exam, she was given a prescription for the morning after pill so she doesn't get pregnant and advised to have a pregnancy test performed 2 weeks from the date of the incident. Introduced to a rape crisis counselor and interviewed by police and a police investigator. All of her clothing was placed in evidence bags to be turned over to the crime lab for inspection. Sounds like everybody's doing the right thing here.
Yeah.
So far. They got white shoes, a blue half slip, white panties, a bra, an ankle-length yellow print dress, and 2 hair scrunchies, all placed in evidence bags. The following day, those items, along with swabs taken from Jensen's vagina and a white envelope marked suspected semen from body, were shipped via UPS. I got the semen.
Really?
Brown delivers semen.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Take our jizz.
Here's your semen, sir.
Run
Hops
this
back in
jizz
his
down
truck.
the block. You got it.
He said, boy, when they gave me that doorless car and those shorts, I dreamed one day I'd deliver a packet of criminal jizz to somebody. That sounds great.
Can I drop off rape jizz, please?
Anybody got some criminal jizz? Is this the criminal jizz slot? Does it go here?
Suspected criminal jizz.
Jesus Christ. To the Georgia Bureau of Investigations. Oh, I guess it was in Georgia. I thought it was in Tampa for some reason.
All right.
In the early of Savannah, Georgia is by... Yeah, Tampa was the other thing. I'm sorry. In the early stage of the investigation, Savannah police telephoned Simmons' friend Elliot Mitchell, the one who drove him, to get his version of what happened that night. Quote, it's all bullshit, he insisted. When informed that Simmons had been accused of rape, he maintained that any sex that occurred was consensual. How do you know?
What?
They were in a room alone together, and I'm sure that it was consensual, though.
They weren't even in a room.
Yeah,
they were in a stairwell.
There was corroboration that some kind of sexual act had occurred. In addition to the items received from the hospital, the crime lab also received 3 vials of Simmons' blood, which they got with a warrant. According to a forensic science's official report dated November 18th, 1997, chemical examination of the panties and dress revealed the presence of seminal fluid. DNA tests performed on the semen taken from the panties and dress were compared to the DNA testing performed on Simmons. The conclusion, no more than 1 in 10 billion individuals will exhibit the DNA pattern that Wayne said. So
1 in no other person on the planet.
More people than there are on the planet.
Uh-oh.
So guess what? It's Wayne's jizz. We know that.
Yeah.
They said the report went on to conclude, with a reasonable scientific certainty, it can be concluded that the DNA is fucking Wayne's, unless Wayne Simmons has an identical twin. Then it could be him.
Right. Yeah.
That's it, though. It's the only other possible thing. Yeah. It's him. At the direction of his lawyer, Simmons refuses to give a statement to police, nor did he submit to police questioning. However, his close friend Elliot Mitchell was questioned. Mitchell revealed that he asked Simmons whether he had intercourse with Jane Doe 1. According to Mitchell, Simmons replied, no, I tried but couldn't get it in. She jacked me off and gave me a blowjob.
Oh, boy.
So Mitchell told, it's nice that 27-year-olds are still giving their notes to each other, too. Mitchell told authorities that Simmons, after learning he had been accused of rape, later called him on the phone and repeated his innocence. No, I didn't rape her, Simmons said, according to Mitchell. Did you see any scratches on me? And I sure didn't bruise her. Did anyone hear screaming? According to the investigative summary of the interview, quote, Simmons also stated that he tried to put it in, but he couldn't because she was too small. He said he got on top a couple times but couldn't get it in. The police were originally left with the he said, she said scenario.
Yeah.
Incidental facts were important to the investigation. Thus, Simmons's innocence or insistence that he had difficulty penetrating Jensen supported Jane Doe 1's claims that she was a virgin, as did the doctor's findings that she suffered a tear in her vagina.
Right.
An injury also consistent with someone who's never engaged in intercourse previously. While none of this proves that she was raped, she could have consented. Her status as a virgin was crucial to show how she might be perceived in front of a jury.
Yeah.
You're going to go, does this girl who's a nice girl decide on graduation night, I'm going to fuck a stranger in a stairwell, even though I want to be a virgin until marriage? It's kind of
a very large one.
That's what I mean. That is a stretch. It's a stretch. Well, that would be 2 stretches, but it's still, it's bad. So
there's going to be tearing.
There's going to be tearing. They said that this was so crucial that Simmons hired a private investigator to dig up dirt on her.
What the fuck, man?
to find out if she was really a virgin or not.
Boy.
They found no dirt and found no evidence that she had any sexual history whatsoever. A private investigator couldn't find evidence of sexual history. The girl is fucking not fucking people, man.
Yep.
Also informing the investigation was the location of the incident. If it happened in a stairwell as opposed to a hotel room, a dorm, or a bedroom, it's different. It just said, would a teenage girl who went through high school as a virgin agree to have sex for the first time in a dingy, debris-filled, vomit-stained, concrete stairwell? Is that what she's want to do? No. They said, and once there, would she willfully lie bareback on the cement steps while a man twice her size and whom she'd never met previously lay on top of her, repeatedly trying to penetrate her and tearing her vagina? It's unlikely. As prosecutors assessed whether to bring the case to a grand jury to seek an indictment, Simmons had something else working against him, his own fucking history.
Yeah.
Because he's an idiot. They dig up June 25th, 1989, arrested for assault and battery after striking a girl because she was ignoring him, quote unquote. Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ. That's when the mother drove her over and he started to curse at them and shoved her again.
Yeah.
June 23rd, 91, when he cited for assault from beating up the Domino's pizza man, the immigrant fucking foreign exchange student. And then September of 92, when he's arrested on assault and battery for striking that young lady. You know,
he's kind of a piece of shit. Yeah.
There's a lot here, obviously. So, called her, you sucked his dick sucker, that whole thing.
Right, yeah.
Also, April 11th, 1993, assault and battery after his three friends tried to get into the bar without access, and he called him white trash and a pussy, and then said, we're coming back to kick every white motherfucker's ass. They have all of that. And then there was a fight, and bad things happened. March 11th, 96, arrested for breach of the peace and failing to stop for the officer. We know about that one. He's got quite the record compared to her.
Right.
She
all
literally
of episode 1 compared to nice girl.
Nice church girl. That's it. That's never fucked anybody. So that's bad. So October 8th, 1997, the Packers trade him to Kansas City.
Really?
Yep. He went from being the greatest player in the world to traded for a 6th-round pick, which is nothing. They wanted to get Seth Joyner on the field because they had gotten Seth Joyner from the Eagles and probably the Cardinals at that point. Wasn't he on the Cardinals before he was on the
yes.
I think it was Eagles, Cardinals. Yeah, because he followed Buddy Ryan when he went there.
Right.
Yeah. He's gone. They said that he regards Joyner as a better player than Simmons. Mm-hmm. That's what general manager Ron Wolf said. That's it. They said we wanted to give him an opportunity to play more, and we honestly didn't think the situation would work out as well if we had people splitting time here.
Oh, boy.
Wayne says, I'm not here to demean anything that that's Wolf said. I'm not here to demean anything that Wayne Simmons did. Certainly that's an outstanding record, an outstanding achievement, but there comes a time, and that comes for each and every one of us. At some point, someone's going to come in and be a little better than you are, and you're going to be replaced. That's life.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with the fact that he is being accused of rape and DUI and everything else. They said, does that have anything to do with it? And Ron Wolf said, absolutely not. If that would have played into it, we wouldn't have brought him back to begin with.
Oh.
You just said your player's been accused of horrible, violent rape. Is that why you don't want him back? And rather than to just go, it's part of it. Obviously, character's important to us. He just says, hell no. Hell no. I don't care how many girls he raped. Seth Joyner's just better.
Holy shit.
Seth Joyner just plays the 4-3 run defense a little better. That's all. That's crazy. So that's what they keep saying, though. They said he had leadership on the team and all of that kind of shit. So 1997 Kansas City Chiefs are 13-3.
Yeah.
They're all Marty Schottenheimer, and this is one of the many Marty Schottenheimer teams. Many Marty Schottenheimer is hard to say.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Many Marty Schottenheimer teams that go 13-3 and lose in the first round of the playoffs. This is very common for them.
And also, he had a big stretch with the Chargers where he'd go like 10-6 and miss the playoffs, and he was livid. And he would swear at these people.
And lost in the first round of the playoffs.
And he would swear at these players. He was so pissed.
So mad, but obviously it's his fault because everyone else is winning.
Yeah.
They lose 14-10 to the Broncos in the opening round of the playoffs there, the divisional round. This is, 37-year-old Marcus Allen on this team.
Yeah.
Still playing at 97.
Who was their quarterback?
Jesus, let me look
No, it's
right
not Montana.
Now. Shit, no,
that's
he's
got to
gone
be
by now. Rich Gannon.
Wow.
Rich Gannon started 9 of the games. Did they have Bono? Was it Steve Bono, the other guy? Elvis Gerback. There it is. Elvis Gerback.
Yeah.
Elvis Gerback.
That's who
Joe
came in
Horn.
after, huh?
They had Joe Horn before he went to the
Rams?
before he went to the Saints.
Saints.
Apparently.
Yeah.
James Hasty, the old ex-Jet. They have a bunch of different.
Pretty good team. Did they have? Who was their running back that year?
Oh, Jesus Christ! Let me look here.
97.
97. Running back Greg Hill started all 16 games. I remember Greg Hill. Mediocre.
Yeah.
Decent, mediocre. Post Christian Okoye, Barry Word.
Yeah, and right before that other guy.
They got
the fuck is his name? He went crazy.
They got Michael Dean Perry. They got Derek Thomas still on the team. He's still alive.
Yeah.
Pete Stoyanovich, the kicker there. Remember that? Yeah. Okay. January 9th, 1998, a county grand jury has decided there is not enough evidence for criminal charges against Wayne Simmons.
Wow.
What? I don't get, okay.
You've got his DNA. I guess you can't prove the proof is that she was raped, and you have to prove that.
That's
there could be sexual contact.
I think that's what a trial's for. If there's physical evidence that sexual contact happened and one party says it was rape, don't you have a trial to figure out if that's a rape or not?
I guess
that's what the grand jury is, the pre-deal for that. But
right. And the grand jury couldn't get charges.
I don't know.
We still in 97 we still had this like thing where
I guess we got a full explanation here.
Well, we don't believe anybody.
No. Here's the full explanation from the pros and cons book. In early January of 1998, prosecutor David Locke took his case against Simmons to a grand jury seeking to have Simmons indicted for kidnapping, rape, and sexual battery. Wow. If he were at the trial stage, Locke would have to convince jurors beyond a reasonable doubt that Simmons committed these crimes. Mm-hmm. But you got to get the grand jury to indict him first, and there he only needs to prove probable cause, more evidence for than against. And he had it at his disposal. He had all the police complaints previously filed against Simmons. They said, we generally would make a grand jury aware of it. Then they said arrest records can be properly brought before the grand jury. Yeah. It's not like a trial where you can't introduce prior bad acts. The witness list of those scheduled to testify before the grand jury was the detective, the alleged victim, and the Elliot Mitchell, the buddy that drove him there. Yeah. Grand jurors also had access to videotaped copies of numerous police interviews with individuals connected to the case. Mm-hmm. Jane Doe 1 was the star witness, an attractive petite girl. She told 18 grand jurors what happened in the stairwell at the zoo. Her status as a virgin on the night of the incident went unchallenged, and on January 7th, 1998, the grand jury reached its verdict on whether or not there was probable cause. Mm-hmm. No, wrote the jury foreperson on the form. Now, why not? The prosecutor said in an interview, I think it basically had to do with the victim's credibility. Dude, what do you have to do?
What are we talking about?
What do you have to do? It's what I mean. Who do you have to be?
How did they impeach her
Ruth
credibility?
Bader Ginsburg? Like, who the fuck would they believe? What are we talking about at the time? They said the victim's statement conflicted with most other witnesses about what happened immediately prior to the sexual assault. According to police reports, the zoo's owner and Simmons' friend, George Murphy, told investigators while they were all at the rave that Jane Doe 1 said she would fuck Wayne for $2 million. Oh,
boy.
He also told police that, quote, the girl was all over Wayne, especially on the ride back from the rave. And this guy obviously has no reason to lie. I'm sure he wouldn't mind it at all if his friend was convicted of rape inside his bar that is now an unsafe place for your 18-year-olds to go.
Might look bad for an 18 and over bar to have had an 18-year-old raped in there.
By this guy. Well, I don't know. I'm just saying. While her friend disputed that Jane Doe 1 was all over Simmons in the car, she did confirm that Jane Doe 1 told her she wanted to sleep with Wayne. Oh. Wanting to fuck somebody and wanting to fuck somebody in a stairwell with puke on the floor are different. Yeah. She might have thought, maybe if he takes me out, we have a nice night and go back to a nice hotel room or something. That'd be fun. Maybe that's how she'd like to lose her virginity. That's fine.
Maybe I'd like to date him a while and then have sex with him one day.
Yeah.
Who cares? Just saying you want to have sex doesn't mean right now.
No shit. Now, she thought the comment was a joke, this Jane Doe 2, but then Jane Doe 3's boyfriend, John Doe 1, told the cops that he witnessed Jane Doe 1 telling Wayne, quote, "I want to fuck your brains out."
Oh, come on.
He said that he saw Jane Doe 1 sitting on a sofa with Wayne and that she was touching all over him. Even Jane Doe 2 claimed she too heard her say that she would fuck Simmons for $2 million. And there was one witness vaguely questioned, one more witness that questions her credibility. Jane Doe 1 denies these charges, both to investigators and the grand jury. She said, the prosecutor said, I'm not saying she wasn't telling the truth. It's just that it would be hard to get 12 jurors to convict the defendant of rape, knowing the trial standard is beyond a reasonable doubt. It gets to whether you believe the victim consented or not. It's different from Joe Q. Citizen because the interaction between the victim and the football player was controlled by the fact that he was a football player, and that some of the things that she alleged to have said to do with the fact that he was a football player. A lot of the victim's actions could be tainted by the fact of his status. Which is so, if you're important enough, that's such a weird thing. He offered a second, more technical explanation for why the grand jury may have declined to indict him. Quote, "The physical evidence didn't prove that he actually penetrated her vagina with his penis, which is required for rape in the state. Furthermore, no semen was found inside her vagina. The physical evidence supports that there was some penetration, though, with tearing and everything. Right. But it also supports Simmons' story to his friend that he couldn't enter. Sperm was found on her panties, not inside of her. I'm not saying that he didn't penetrate her. I'm just saying that some of the story is supported by physical evidence." So at the time the book had gone to press, Jane Doe 1 had made no attempt to sue Wayne or elicit a financial settlement from him, nor has she attempted to sell her story for pay. In fact, she never as much told her story to anyone other than the doctor, the hospital, the authorities, and the grand jury. Yeah. I don't know. That sounds like someone who got raped to me. Usually when people fake it, it's for attention and money. What's her motivation?
She's not suing civilly.
Yeah.
She's just going to court about it.
There's no motivation.
Doing the right thing.
Yeah. She's not going for money. She's not going for status. She's not going for attention. She's not trying to get on a reality show. It's 1997. Right. It makes no sense. So they said still apparently it was her credibility that could not pass the test. Wow. They said in Kansas City, Simmons played a crucial role in the Chiefs' defense as the team went on to post the AFC's best record in '97. Although Simmons declined to be interviewed for this book, his business manager spoke to the authors about the rape allegations. His business manager, Tom Gardo, hair turning silver as he speaks, said Wayne had a DUI and in college he got into a couple of fights, but that's it. This particular crime, the rape allegation, he was exonerated. He ended up having a situation. He knows better than to get himself in a situation where he would be lured into a compromising position with a female in a place like that when both of them had been drinking.
She was drinking? She lured him into the stairway?
She lured him in the stairway now.
Wow.
And now they're like, he didn't even have sex with her. He knows better. This is crazy. Yeah. But he's not any different than a lot of other guys. He's a highly emotional kind of person, like a lot of ball players. You don't become a professional football player without a high level of testosterone running through your body. What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean?
Testosterone.
You have to rape.
It makes you real horny.
Real horny. So when the authors called Chiefs president Carl Peterson, he declined to discuss what he knew of Simmons' past. The team spokesman, Jim Carr, took the unusual step of denying the authors access to the publicly available team photographs of Simmons and Barnett. He said, "I'm a PR guy. Why would I want to help put our guys in a negative light? I don't see any good for the Chiefs that can come out of telling these stories." Well, good. Glad we're telling it then, dickhead. Yeah, that guy is all silver. Everybody's silver.
I don't see anything good from talking about this. Really?
Nope, nothing good could happen. Not for us anyway, and that's all that matters. So, yeah, he plays all right this year. That's fine. February 24th, 1998, minor, just speeding. No big deal. Over 5 and less than 20. Okay. That's not a big deal. Yeah. This is in Hilton Head again here. So that's over. That's fine.
Every time he goes home, he gets in trouble.
He gets in trouble. The problem is the speeding. That's not as big of an issue. The issue is when they pull him over, not only was he speeding, but he's also drunk as well, allegedly. So DUI or DWI, alcohol related. Also, he gets that day. So he's doing great. Great.
I mean, it's certainly something.
Anytime you get him in a car, he's doing something bad. That's it. Yeah. This is one of those things. 1998 Chiefs are 7-9. Okay. No playoffs, no nothing. Shit, they do nothing here. Jesus, again, Elvis.
But that's still third place because the Raiders are. Wait, what year is this?
Fourth place. It's fourth place, actually.
That's last place.
That is not great. Yep, back then, that's what that would be. So, not wonderful here. August 27th, 1998. Wayne is happy in Kansas City, and the Chiefs are happy with Wayne.
Really?
Big article talking about how they love him and he loves them, and that all the players loved him in Green Bay, but none of the coaches liked him. And the Chiefs refer to the trade they got as our blue light special.
Oh, we got a Kmart deal.
They got a bargain, a Kmart deal. Simmons said, this is the assistant personnel director for the Chiefs, said, "I can't think of a team in the NFL who made a better deal last year than the one we did when we sent a low draft choice to the Packers for Simmons. Since he has arrived, Wayne has provided as much leadership as anyone around here. His presence has been a help not only on the field but in the locker room as well."
Okay.
And he says he sincerely appreciates the vote of confidence he's received from the Chiefs, which included an upward restructuring of his salary to $7.15 million over 3 years.
Holy shit! He's going to get very well paid.
They renegotiated his contract up because they didn't want to lose him. That is awesome. Wayne said, "If you have a job to do every day and the people you work under, if they appreciate you, I think you're going to work that much harder, aren't you? That's the way it is here in Kansas City. This is a team I enjoy very much, and I'm going to work hard to get my second Super Bowl ring right here."
All right.
Good luck. Good luck here. October 15th, 1998, the Wayne Simmons here says, quote, this is just a random quote in the newspaper, "When I line up across from you, I will destroy you. I will crush you. I will jizz all over your dress. I will
stretch you.
I will stretch you out." So, yeah, that's what he does. November 16th, 1998, he's waived.
Oh.
Goes from being their favorite guy in the world.
Negotiated higher pay for him, and they waived him.
Yeah, he is waived after a loss to the rival Broncos on Monday night, in which Simmons and Derek Thomas, who is a Hall of Famer, were called for a total of 5 personal fouls on the Broncos' final touchdown drive.
5 personal fouls?
On one drive.
That's roughing the passer. Drive. That's face masks. That's 5 of them.
They lost 30-7, so they were getting the shit kicked out of them when they were taking it out on players. And they're not going to waive Derek Thomas.
No.
Because, he's one of the best outside linebackers of all time. They said after being summoned from his Lakewood home to Arrowhead Stadium, Simmons left an appointment with his personal stylist. Later, he was told by team officials he would be waived.
Whoops.
Simmons denied to reporters that he'd been released. It's just been waived. Well, we'll see how that goes here. November 20th, 1998, because you're placed on waivers, and if you go through the waiver wire without being claimed, then you're a free agent. He is claimed by Buffalo.
Oh.
Yeah, Wade Phillips, who hasn't even met him yet, is already defending him. So this is hilarious,
right?
The coach, Wade Phillips. Yeah. When asked if he had any concerns that a guy like Wayne might disrupt the Bills' chemistry, Phillips became irritated and said, I don't like a comment like a guy like Wayne. He's one of our players. He's a Buffalo Bill now, and I expect him to be like everyone else.
Okay.
It's all rapists here. It's all we have. We think he's a good player. That's why we went after him. We checked into everything. We researched everything to our satisfaction, and we think he can help us this year.
Okay.
That's all you researched, how much he could help you. Didn't matter, the rest of it. 98 Buffalo, 10-6, losing in the wild card to the Dolphins 24-17.
Yeah.
So that is not good there. This Buffalo team, trying to figure out who is here. Was this the Doug Flutie? Yeah, Doug Flutie started 13 games.
There,
I was going to say it has to be Doug Flutie, right? Doug Flutie starting 13 games. You got guys like that. Who else was in there? Oh, Rob Johnson was the other quarterback. That's right. He was fucking terrible. Jesus Christ. Yeah, looking here. All right, not bad. Eric Moulds, I remember him, wide receiver. Bruce Smith still on the team.
Yeah. Darwin Thomas is long gone.
They have a lot of Smiths
Who's
here.
their running back?
Thurman's still there.
Is he really?
He's
in
his 10th
98?
year. He's still there.
Wow.
In his 10th year. He only played in 14 games and started 3 that year, though, so he wasn't the guy anymore. There was Kenneth Davis for a while, and then they had, who the hell was that other running back that came in there for Thurman? Antoine Smith was the starter. There you go.
Oh, okay.
He was the guy starting. November 20th, 1998, he says he was a scapegoat for Kansas City's troubles.
Oh, really?
Yep. He said, that's the problem. I'm happy to have a job with Buffalo, but he said it's bullshit. Apparently, the coach said, Schottenheimer of the Chiefs, said that Simmons was released because his play had declined and not specifically due to Monday night's personal foul incident on Denver's Bubby Brister that earned him a $7,500 fine. God, Bubby Brister sucked.
Face mask? That was the worst quarterback Denver had.
Jesus, he was terrible.
Well,
Brian Greasy was pretty fucking bad, too.
Brian Greasy was
He
a
sucked.
step better than Brister, though. Brister was so bad.
Yeah. At least Brister could throw the fucking ball down the field, though. Brian Greasy
Brister, I think, won
Johnny
6
Checkdown.
games.
I couldn't take him. God, he was bad. Well, they beat the Chiefs in this game.
Oh, was this the play? Oh, this is a Monday night game.
Yeah. He said, this is Simmons, I think my past had a significant part in using me as a scapegoat. My play speaks for itself, and I know I'm not perfect, but I know I wasn't the only one who held the team back. I just got blamed for it. I'm just glad to be working now. Yeah, and they also say the 28-year-old's character has come into question recently after the release of a book called Pros and Cons, The Criminals Who Play in the NFL. 12 pages in the book are devoted to Simmons.
Wow. And that's an
chunk
overload, huh?
That's a lot. Simmons says, there's been some accusations out there, and I know they're false. Some things have happened at school that have been blown out of proportion. I'm not perfect, but I wouldn't cause anybody any harm.
Right.
About his DUI here, what is that? Oh, the May of 97 one. I'm sorry, I was trying to read that. It was small. He said, I heard something about the book. Does it kill me? The sexual assault wasn't even proven. I wasn't arrested for anything. It was all accusations.
Okay.
So one of the Bills linebackers said, Wayne's a hell of a guy, and what I hear about him shocks me because you never see it in him. He goes on to say, with some guys, you might be able to believe it, but not with Wayne. He's a real good guy and was a star with Green Bay. Everybody loved him.
That's scary. If you
That
can't
is-
even see that this man,
Yeah.
that's called a sociopath usually.
Yeah, he's real good in the locker room and then
Yeah.
goes out there and does other shit. Wade Phillips, the coach of the Bills, said, I don't know that he has any more problems than anyone else. It's almost like he's the one to blame for what's going on in Kansas City, and I don't think that's the case at all. Okay. So he is in the second year of a $3 million contract, so that's what the Bills picked up. Yeah. Schottenheimer said the decision regarding Wayne was performance-driven. There were a number of other factors, but it was clear that he was not playing at the level he exhibited last season. This was not a snap decision. They thought he sucked. So he's a Bill now. Here he is. February 12th, 1999, he is released by the Bills.
Bills don't want him anymore either.
Nope, they release him and wide receiver Quinn Early. and they're gone. So that's that. June 9th, 1999, the Green Bay Packers haven't ruled out trying to re-sign Wayne Simmons as a backup linebacker and are considering pursuing Lawrence Phillips as a backup running back.
Oh, don't do that.
Fuck it. Let's bring them both in. Let's bring episode number fucking 2 in or 4 or whatever it was.
He's so bad.
From 4 to 494. Let's bring them all in there.
You get a lot of letters from camp, though.
You're going to get finally that music gets going here. The Packers traded. They said Simmons has a lot of respect for new coach Ray Rhodes and general manager Ron Wolf. That's what Simmons' business advisor said. Yeah. Wayne's problem was with Holmgren, not with Wolf.
Oh.
So now that Holmgren's gone, now you got it. So August 15th, 1999, Simmons is going to sit out this season. No. See this step back and take a breather. It's not that nobody wants him. He's just, needs
a rest. Take some time off.
He's going to take some time off here. A source close to Simmons here said that he received feelers from several teams, but wasn't pleased with the offers.
Yeah.
So they said that here's an article from November 1999 saying, last year the Buffalo Bills fell in love with Wayne Simmons, another troubled soul who was waived by the Kansas City Chiefs during the season, in part because he was a bad citizen. The Bills signed him, angered many of their fans by doing so, then got nothing in return from Simmons, who was a non-productive player. Sign him, piss everybody off, and he doesn't even do anything. October 20th, 2000, here we go. Ex-Chiefs linebacker prepares another play for nightclub. He wants to buy a nightclub.
Don't do that.
Perfect. Then he'll never get in trouble again.
All his problems
or get no DUIs.
Are around booze and fighting and aggression.
Yep. So they say NIMBY alert is the headline here.
Not in my
That's
backyard.
Suburb speak for not in my backyard.
Yeah.
It generally applies to homeowners battling unexpected zoning changes, but former Chiefs player Wayne Simmons is all too familiar with the term. He's been courting NIMBYs ever since he began his efforts to reopen the former 39 on Main nightclub as a restaurant and bar to be called 50/50 on Main. Net result, Simmons' planned summer opening was delayed. Now he's back. He's applied for the liquor license and hopes to open by early December. One of his critics is the nearby St. Paul's Episcopal Church and School. They said the type of business and liquor license proposed at 3947 Main would be detrimental influence to his corridor of Midtown. Rector Robert E. Wood wrote to Kansas City Liquor Control during last summer. We were well aware of the problems such establishments have caused in the Westport area and the extreme difficulties law enforcement has had in controlling situations there. Simmons said he's now assured neighbors that, as property owner himself, he'd never do anything to jeopardize the neighborhood, so everything's on the right path.
Yeah.
As for Westport's youthful crowds, we're going to have people 25 and older in here, he explains. We're not going to deal with kids anyway. How do you keep it to 20? You can't say someone can't come in if they're 21 to 25. That's not legal.
And what does that even mean? We're not going to
I don't know.
Deal with kids anyway.
It's so weird. St. Paul's remains unconvinced. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no shit. They said if he sticks to his occupancy of about 260 and a 1:30 a.m. closing time, I don't see a problem with it. That's what the Kansas City's top police officer said there. So, I mean, if he follows the law, it's fine. Yeah. They said Westport's crowd woes are based on the proliferation of far larger, mostly nightclub venues and the younger clientele they attract. Yeah, bar and grill is a different thing. As far as public safety concerns are, at this point, I don't see anything to worry about with this club. That's what the police officer said. So here we go. Here's an article from December 26th of that year. How odd that liquor control head Eldon Audsley places the odds of former Chiefs star Wayne Simmons finally getting his 50/50 on Main nightclub open at 50/50.
How about
Puts
that?
His odds at 50/50. Yeah. Simmons has been courting still dissenting neighbors like the St. Paul's Episcopal Church. I don't know why you have to have every neighbor's permission to open up a business in fucking America. You know what? You take your Jesus somewhere else if you don't like it. It's a free fucking country. Guess what? I'll open my shit. If you don't like it, Go that way and fucking tell people lies. What the fuck do I care? Who cares?
Yeah.
Go beg people for fucking money for nothing somewhere else. You fucking goddamn fucking drain on goddamn people's incomes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And your life ruiners.
You non tax
paying, non-contributing.
Tax paying.
Yeah.
Non-product selling, but
Yeah.
money taking motherfucker. Provide a service for something or somebody. I know that a lot of churches, I know people are going to say churches provide this and that and this and that. Yes, and they do it at tax-free, and they fuck your kids too, so I don't want to hear about it. How about that? I'd say I don't want people around here because maybe people take their kids around here. I don't want them by that church because they keep fucking kids. How about that? The fucking Catholic Church is going to fucking talk shit about we don't want undesirables in the area? Okay, let's talk, motherfucker.
You're the undesirable.
Yeah. Let's find out where your priests have been transferred from. You know? Let's find that shit out. Sorry, that just pisses me off. In the tradition of elections everywhere, they said Simmons' quest to gain the needed votes from the surrounding business owners within a 250-foot radius has come down to a photo finish. This is during the 2000 election. So they said sort of like Florida. I don't like predictions, but they're now within one vote of obtaining a majority. It's so stupid, man. January 7th, 2001, he is arrested for assault.
Oh?
So that's not good.
Who's he assaulting now?
We'll find out something, I believe, on that. But he also here, he gets his liquor license 5 days later.
He did
so
get
arrested for assault, then he gets his liquor license.
Well, now you can have a liquor license.
Now you can. I think he just got the last vote to go his way. That's all it was. So they said, as far as I know, the only unresolved issue is parking, and they're working on that. It's getting so close. We counted 189 spots available, and we need 50.
Uh-huh.
So they said they hope the bar will be open in time to host a Super Bowl party. They said, so if we divide that by 2 and share it with the bar next door, that still puts us well over 50 parking spots. Okay. March 18th, 2002, the sign on the door at Midtown nightclub 5050 on Main reads, "Sorry, temporarily closed due to water damage," which would seem to explain the recent closing of former Chief star Wayne Simmons bar and restaurant near West Point in Maine, or maybe not. They said the liquor board, head of the liquor board says their liquor license renewal is being reviewed and has not been approved yet. They didn't turn in their renewal on time. If they're late turning it in, it's standard that it has to be reviewed. So he fucked himself over. So they said the ETA on when the bar might reopen, they said, I don't know how long it might take. So who knows how long it might take? We don't know. August 23rd, 2002. Here we go. All right. He is in Independence, Missouri.
Yeah.
Around the Kansas City area where he lives here.
Yeah.
Apparently, he is driving here. He lives in Lee's Summit and was speeding and weaving in his green Mercedes through traffic at 2:45 a.m.
You certainly got the idea of what nice cars are.
He knows. In the suburb of Independence, the car rolls over several times, flips and rolls and lands in a ditch. The engine of the car catches on fire.
Uh-oh.
Witnesses try to pull Simmons out but couldn't get his seatbelt off.
Oh, no.
Firefighters arrived, put out the fire, and pulled Simmons out. He was transported to the hospital and pronounced dead.
Get the fuck out of here.
Fucking dead. Dead.
What the fuck?
Yep, no one else was in the car. One car accident.
Refused to learn a lesson.
Refuses. 3 a.m. Dude, if this guy just went home at midnight, his whole life would be different. His whole entire fucking life would have been different.
Every time.
He just went home at midnight. Done. No rape charges, no assault charges, no DUIs, no killing yourself.
No rapes.
No, nothing.
Nothing.
The Chiefs' defensive end, Eric Hicks, said it's such a shock. Wayne was so energetic and tough. He was a very intense guy, and I think one of the best linebackers in the country. He had a good career. It's really sad.
Is that not the way Derek Thomas died? I mean, apart from the alcohol and rolling a car, and didn't he die in a car accident too?
I thought he died in a car accident. Yeah. That's what I thought.
That's crazy.
He died in a one-car accident. They ended up doing the autopsy. His blood alcohol level, 0.19.
Again. He's got a
more than
baseline
double.
that he stays at. Yeah.
That's where it's his fucked up.
Yeah. He likes to be.
0.2 is fucked up.
Yep.
And, it was on I-70 near Independence. And they said that he was driving more than 100 miles an hour and weaving in traffic. Wow. Dude, went 100 weaving while you're shit-faced. You deserve it. You're an asshole.
You're going to get it, yeah.
You're going to kill somebody else. I'm glad he killed himself and not somebody else, honestly.
Yeah, it could have been way worse. Yeah.
If you're shit-faced driving 100 weaving through traffic, I do not feel bad if you get in a one-car accident and die. I go, thank God you didn't kill anybody else.
Right.
Good.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
It's shocking that you did die, to be honest.
Yes,
drunk,
it is. Yeah, it's only because he caught on fire, I think, probably.
Yeah, right.
So that is a lot. No alcohol was found inside his car, but they said several witnesses saw Simmons drinking heavily in the hours before the accident.
Wow.
He died of blunt head and neck injuries.
What the fuck? So he's probably unconscious. That's why he died.
That's fucking terrible.
You know what I mean? The flames probably killed him because he was unconscious.
Possibly. Or he got smashed in the head. He couldn't get out. No one could get his seatbelt off.
Yeah.
So, can't get enough of Wayne Simmons? Let's see. We have a 1993 Classic 4-Sport card. Remember those, the 4-Sports?
No.
These were cards. They were Classic brand.
Yeah.
And you'd get, it was like college players of like draft choices. And they had baseball, basketball, football, and hockey.
Oh, and
they had all 4 different cards. Yeah, I remember that. That was pretty cool. There is also the Wayne Simmons 1994 Topps card. That's $1.59. The Classic 4-Sports, $1.47. So you can get Wayne stuff pretty cheap here. A Wayne Simmons autographed 1994 Fleer card here is $119.
What?
Or best offer.
Yeah, I mean, best offer is around $28.
Let's go best offer here. Yeah. And then a 93 signed playoff Wayne Simmons Green Bay Packers rookie with an autograph and a certificate of authenticity here.
Yeah.
Is $149 for an auction and $194 buy it now.
I mean, they're continuing his legacy by raping people with
yeah.
That is great. Who would want to pay that for that shit?
Holy shit, man. I don't even know. That is fucking hilarious.
My God.
And I have to say here, I feel sorry for all these people, but not nearly as sorry as I feel for Wayne Simmons, Global Customer Excellence Lead at Pfizer. Yeah. And he's like a bald-headed black guy, so he's got to go, damn it. We have Wayne Simmons. This guy's a doctor, I think, an anesthesiologist, board-certified anesthesiologist. We have him. And finally, Wayne Simmons, complete fucking fraud, former Fox News guest commentator who claimed to be an ex-CIA agent and was exposed as a fraud by CIA analyst Kent Clisby and convicted of multiple counts of fraud and other violations in 2016. Dipshit. Yeah, he actually worked for the CIA as an intelligence consultant, but made up a whole big other thing that he didn't do. Wow. So there you go, everybody. There is Wayne Simmons.
Oh, wow.
Quite the life. He's a bit of an asshole, this guy, no?
I'm not a fan.
No,
I mean, apart from
like
the fact that he played for teams that I'd have to root against anyway. Fuck that guy.
All the teams you hate, he played for.
But he's a scumbag anyway.
What a fucking dirtbag.
Wow.
Dude, I'm sorry. Don't feel bad at all for a guy. Shit-faced driving 100 miles an hour.
Asked for it, for sure. Tempted fate.
Don't drive drunk, and if you do for some crazy reason, fucking 10 and 2 speed limit, dipshit. Don't drive 100.
Yeah.
Your fucking shit is slowed.
Back roads? I don't know. No,
something.
Back roads is
don't
where the
do it
kids
at all,
are.
but fuck, this is crazy. You can't go on an interstate weaving in between traffic when you're shit-faced like that. What an asshole. And,
5 in the morning? Is that what you said?
2:45. It's around 3 o'clock is when bad things happen to him.
That's his time, yeah.
What do you think happened in the rape case there?
I think he's a terrible person. I think he did it.
I think he did something.
I super believed that girl.
I believe something, yeah. Because otherwise, he definitely put it in her. Or tried to.
He put something in her because she's torn.
So why would he tell his friend that he just couldn't at all? And so that doesn't make sense. That we would.
I think he felt shame that he. I believe. Is there any way to not get in trouble for that?
He's dead. Who cares?
Okay.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
He's a scumbag.
It feels like he felt shame of being with a young girl and just told him, no, she jerked me off. That's all.
That's what I'm thinking too, kind of. Yeah. Plus, it's also she's just too little, man. Can't get my big old dick in there.
Right, because I'm a big man.
My dick is so big.
I only fuck women because that's the only one that can handle this.
They got
big monster python.
Big enough pussies for me. Otherwise, I can't handle it. I gotta, So there you go. There is Wayne Simmons. Definitely, if you like this story and any other stories we tell, head over to whatever app you're listening on and give us 5 stars. It helps a ton. Also, definitely head over to shutupandgivememurder.com. Get all your shit there. Get your merchandise. Get your tickets for live shows. Full slate of Small Town Murder live shows, and some of them are sold out already. Buffalo is sold out.
Yeah.
Salt Lake City is sold out.
Yeah.
Phoenix sold out.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
3 sellouts already. That's great, guys. Thank you so much. And Phoenix still has Your Stupid Opinions, though. You can go see that. Yeah. And this all starts February 21st in Nashville.
Nashville, let's go.
One-nighter. It's a big theater. Let's go fill it up there.
Get yourself some white boots. Let's go.
If it doesn't sell out, I guarantee you we will never fucking be back to Nashville because I hate that fucking place. So... only if it sells out is the way Jimmy can convince me to go there. And if there is one empty seat, I can say, never again. All right, moving on. We don't ever have to go there again. So better sell it out. Yeah. Just kidding. That said, anyway, do that. I'm not kidding. No. I'm half kidding. How's that?
See you guys in Nashville. Please show up.
Come to Nashville. Shutupandgivememurder.com. No, you don't. You always complain about it when we're there. You hate it there. Every time you're there, you're like, these fucking fake country, goddamn poser, fucking cracker ass, fucking dipshit, Kid Rock. You hate it more than I do there. What are you talking about?
I like the real Nashville where there's like...
Where's that? That doesn't exist anymore.
I follow Kip. My buddy Kip takes me and shows me the coolest underground Nashville spots. And it's not on that fucking Broadway.
No, it's not. No, it's so bad.
Hijacking my fucking...
Oh, God. They're the worst.
Merle Haggard would be so mad.
A lot of people would be fucking mad. They should.
Merle would be heavenly pissed.
Like a rotisserie chicken spinning in his grave.
Oh, boy.
So do that. Come out and see us for a live show. Yeah. That's a lot of fun. You definitely want to get Patreon. I'll tell you, patreon.com/crime in sports. We'll tell us like an old-time commercial, like, friends, listen up here. Let me tell you something that could help you down the road here. This Patreon thing, it's incredible, boy. I'll tell you what. It's helped my family tremendously. No side effects.
Yeah.
Works every time. Anybody $5 a month or above, you're going to get everything we have to offer. Right as soon as you subscribe, you're going to get hundreds of back episodes of bonus shit you've never heard before. Then you're going to get new ones every other week. One Crime in Sports, one Small Town Murder. You get them all.
You get everything.
This week, what you're going to get for Crime in Sports, we're going to talk about the history of Super Bowl halftime shows.
Terrific.
Where they came from and where they are now, because they're much different than they used to be. And then for Small Town Murder, we're going to talk about, honestly, one of the worst killers of all time.
Really bad guy.
Because he got killed before he was ever caught.
Yeah. He had a table.
He wasn't, dude. He's was like John Wayne Gacy looked to him for ideas. Put it that way.
He's John Wayne Gacy and Jeffrey Epstein mixed together.
That's exactly right. With
bad guy.
A touch of Dahmer, a sprinkling of Dahmer.
Because
it's a sprinkle. Because there was a jar.
Because of the thing.
Yeah. So and he got two teenagers to help him. At least 2 teenagers we know of. It's a crazy fucking story. We're going to talk all about it. That is all at patreon.com/crimeinsports. And you get a shout out coming up here in a second. And you get everything that we put out ad-free as well. All 3 shows, Your Stupid Opinions, all that good shit. So do that. Jimmy, hit me with the names of the people who would never try to rape us in a stairwell. Please, Jimmy, hit me with them right fucking now.
This week's executive producer, Gary Howard, in Livingston, Texas.
Oh, boy.
Good for you. And then Sales. I don't want to call you just Serge. Sadikin. Isn't it Sales? Isn't that what Bronson Pinchot? Come on,
Serge.
Say Sales. Serge.
It's very nice. With the white wine spritzer is very nice.
It's not that hard. Call me Sales.
Serge in the
process.
Sad.
Surge. What is Surge? Other producers this week: Liz Vasquez, Peyton Meadows, Ryan Bender, Janice Hill, Jack with no last name, Chris Green, I Broke It, Joe Copeland, Kelton, Kelton Kinghorn, Robert and Tracy Jr., Joe C., probably not Kid Rock's sidekick because he is incredibly dead.
No.
That little guy? Did you,
no,
did
I
you ever,
don't know.
He used to run around with the little guy.
Hate Kid Rock. Always hated it. If he came on, instant channel change.
He had a gimmick from the beginning. He had a little guy.
God, he sucks.
And Joe C. was so much cooler than him. Joe C. had a dope lyric. I think it was in Devil Without a Cause. He had an amazing verse. I'll play it for you one day. Wendy Gifford.
No, you won't. I guarantee you won't.
Just Joe C.
I won't listen to it. Guaranteed.
Brendan with no last name. Nurse Sourpuss. Tom. What is this? Tamiko Harrison. Is that what that says? It does. Stephanie Nicholson. Muggins with no last name. Desiree Clemens or Clemons. Greg Senkowitz. Sankiewicz. Kristen Tozczek. Tom Partridge and the family. Ricky Lambert. Alan Ramirez. Cheryl Bird, the third. Marnette Shelley. Rebecca Adams. Chandra Hendricks, Joshua H., Veronica Zakova, John Smith, Joe Throckmorton, Warren Schur, Lap Lisan, Chris Smith, Barbie C., Kristen Graves, Leah Oprah Chill, Becca with no last name, Sarai, Kettle, Patrick Lilly, Raver Rave, The Wrong Mexican, Bradley Hewitt, Sally Skiroo. You say it slow, and it's like you get, all right. Becky Gillingham.
It's like a redneck talking about fucking?
Yeah.
Skiroo.
I'm going to skiroo. Ayla Giovanetti. Dirgman. 34. Liz Chapsky. Lindley Davis. Beck with no last name. Carrie Giddings. Josh Erickson. Monty R. Jones. No other ones. The one with the middle initial R is the Monty we want. Jackie Schultz, Ladiva, like Lady Godiva. Jay Bird's mom, Jake with no last name. Chrisanne Weimer, Soto Mike, the Wicked Gaper. What? Tina Clauder. Mike, take it easy. Tyler Van Dusen, just go slow, low and slow, buddy.
Whoa.
AB, probably not that one. Becky Meston, Rachel Raskovich, Mike with no last name. Natalie Rubenkoenig, Heather Sky, Scott Atwood, Lisa Marshall, Eula Dean, Ross with no last name, David Burkett, Maxandra, Michael with Michael Gerald, Maxandra had no last name, that's what I was doing. Jessica Simon, Kate with no last name, Riley Crossman, Karen Murray, Jordan Gregory Garnett, Kosai with no last name, Bethany Freilich, Kat with no last name, Carrie liked the book. Okay. The book.
Stephen King.
Carrie.
Yeah, Carrie.
Yeah. All right, I'm on board. Frog on a leaf wearing a chill hat. Brian Kujath. Rebecca Richardson, Jake Sullivan, Michael Richards. Oh boy. Levi Dinger, Destiny Ricketts, Nicole Lawler, Zach Roberts, Samantha Velasco, Bonnie with no last name, Nick with no last name, Declan with no last name, Karen with no last name, Tyler Garrick, Jessica Snow, Jody Friesen, Killer Mike, Beef Tips, Shelby Black, Patrick Baker, Meta, is it Mette? Is that Met or Meti or Mate or Met?
You got them all.
A lot of things. Louisa Barker, Carrie Riash, Amy White, Anna Boyle, Zane B, Olivia Osterberg, and everybody that patrons this show. You guys are the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody, for
Unreal.
all that you do for us. God damn it, we appreciate you every single week. Thank you so much for what you do. Thank you for coming back. Thanks for telling your friends, for posting on social media, for all the shit you guys do. We really do appreciate it. Push it out like a big turd, everybody. That's what we got here. Yep. Make them take it like you're Wayne Simmons. No, that's a bad thing to say.
No.
Thank you for all you do for us. Honestly, though, you want to do anything to do with the show, shutupandgivememurder.com has drop-down menus. Take you wherever you want to go. So why don't you keep coming back and seeing us week after week after week, because we'll be here. We're going to do the Scummy soon, too. Not to mention episode 500 is coming up, and we're going to make sure it's a big one, make sure it's someone everybody's heard of, and have a lot of fun with it. So thank you so much for what you do, and live from the Crime and Sports Studios, we will see you next week.
Bye.